I think it was Black.
Creepy city. Oh, here we go. Ooh.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to the very first episode of the Nintendo Nite Podcast. This is going to be an all-new podcast that's going to be happening here, where we're going to be discussing all about Nintendo news, Nintendo rumors, making predictions. It's going to be a ton of fun, but of course it won't be fun if unless we have some amazing people to discuss that with. And so we're going to introduce them to you guys right now. We've got an amazing amount of people here. So first up, we've got Ghostly Gaming.
Hello, everybody.
We've got Endgame the Cube.
What's up?
We've got Ruffled Rowlet.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
We've got Slow Speedrun.
Hello, how are you?
And last but not least, we got the Pokéraph.
Yo, what's going on?
Alright guys, so yeah, we're going to be talking all about Nintendo's E3 this year. As we already know, Nintendo's E3 is going to be ridiculously fun this time. There's going to be amazing things that are going to be happening, no doubt about it. And so yeah, I think it'll be just fun if we have some predictions here and we can discuss about what we think is going to be showing up at E3. So basically the way we can do this is I'll start off by saying something that I think could happen at E3. We'll discuss it. We could talk about what could be shown if that ends up becoming the case. Then we'll move on to the next person. Next person can say something. And we'll basically just keep going on until no one has anything else to say. We'll answer a few viewer questions, and then we should be good to go. All right then. So yeah, let's get right into it. I guess the first thing that, of course, everyone's just going to keep asking us is Pokemon Switch. Do you guys think Pokemon Switch will be shown at E3?
Oh,
Wait,
yes.
there's a Pokemon game coming out for Switch?
It just has to.
Oh, wow. Wow.
There's a Pokemon game on the Switch.
Well, not yet, I
Oh,
don't think.
my
I think it just started development, so...
Alright, so it's 2022 then, right? But
Yeah,
honestly,
It has to now.
They
Like,
said,
it just has to.
we've
That's
gotten
gonna be
rumors
there.
saying that the reveal is going to be either this week sometime, or it could be pushed off till later. So I don't know, how you guys feel about that? Do you think that the reveal will be at E3, or do you guys believe what Emily is saying, and do you think we'll probably get the reveal around this week?
I think it'll be revealed before E3, and then we'll see it like more at E3, and then it'll be playable on the floor. Yeah,
Mm.
that's how I think it'll go, and then it'll come out this year. Like,
I don't think it'll be playable on the
all-
floor. I don't think it'll be playable on the floor.
If it's
Can
coming
I
out
say
this
why?
year, I don't know. I'm just
No,
saying.
you know why? Because they most likely want to use E3 as more of a hype machine for Smash. Like,
Yes,
Yeah,
but
I
they'll
mean,
have
like,
other
just-
games.
yeah, no, but I don't think Pokemon will be playable there. I think what they will do
Yeah.
is the same thing they've done before, which is like, announce it ahead of time, like you guys just said. Like, they're gonna do the announcement maybe next week, the upcoming week now, as Emily Rogers has stated that that it will happen, or maybe like a week ahead of like E3 they will announce it. Most definitely, I'm certain. If I'm wrong, you can roast me all you want, but like it's gonna be announced. Then E3 is gonna just be a little bit of a gameplay snippet, but I don't think we'll be
probably a
able to,
demo
like,
session.
So do you
I
think
personally
for the
think
announcement-
because
do you think for the
like when you
announcement? Oh, sorry, you can
I'll
go.
let you go.
No, you can
Oh.
go.
Okay. Liam Robertson was saying that like the game was gonna have some kind of press event after the reveal. So I was thinking if it's gonna be playable at a press event, then it has to be playable at like the biggest show of the year.
Yeah, that
E3.
makes sense.
but wasn't that said though specifically that they're gonna do that like the same month where it's revealed, which would be this month, logically. So if it's revealed hypothetically on the 30th, or whatever, then they would also play it, on the 31st or some shit. Which that makes no sense. So you're right. I think you're correct there. That it's most likely going to be revealed, ahead of time, like a week or two, and then we're gonna, they're gonna play it. The media's gonna play it, demo versions or whatever at E3. I guess that's a good point. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So do you
They're
think
probably
for
going to do the
reveal-
same.
Oh, you can go. Sorry.
No, you can go. Sorry, don't worry.
All right. So do you guys think for the reveal they could do the thing that they did with Sun and Moon, where they show us
Yeah,
just
that's
the logo?
literally what I was about to say.
Yeah,
and then
that's-
I
wait
kind
till
of wonder
E3
if they're
for
gonna
the
do
gameplay.
that.
Definitely, if it's like just barely coming, like if they just barely started it, definitely logos first.
Mhm.
Maybe start a Pokemon as well.
Yep.
Oh, for
Um,
the
yeah,
push,
push,
the
push.
actual logos?
I almost wonder if they're gonna show gameplay just because Emily Rogers mentioned an accessory, and they might want to show how that accessory works within the game.
True.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She mentioned that though. She specifically said in Recitero, whatever the hell the forum's called. She specifically said that like it wouldn't make any sense for them to promote a Pokemon, Go accessory or whatever, ahead of time, or like during E3. It makes no sense. They would want to promote ahead of time. So we actually may even be able to see like, you guys said like the logos may pop up or whatever. But if they want to promote this Pokemon Go accessory, then they may actually show us actual gameplay during the reveal itself. You know what I mean? Because
Makes
it would
sense.
make sense, just logically speaking, it would make sense because what's the point of what's the point of announcing that at E3 when you have this like huge amount of other games that are going to be promoted and they're just like Pokemon out of nowhere, like, hey guys, we have Pokemon Go and we got this tiny thing you can buy and you can spend more money on Pokemon Go and Switch and it makes no bloody sense.
I thought there was a Smash tournament that was going to be going on as well, wasn't there?
Yeah,
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 it's gonna be
yeah.
cool. I hope I can actually go. I'm gonna try.
So that might be taking up all the light really instead of Pokemon, but I think they'll probably just promote, like Ruffled said, like just small gimmicks about it, and updates will probably come out throughout the month.
Okay.
Yeah, throughout the year actually, every
Yeah.
year they give like news, little trailers, little snippets, Koro, etc., etc. We get new stuff like kind of popping up out of nowhere during all the months leading up to the actual release. But then again, we could go with Arrow's prediction, which is, hey guys, we ain't gonna get the game this year. We're gonna get it in 2019. So
It looks like I'm about to lose that bet though. So
didn't you say though you would reveal your face if it's actually announced?
I said that,
Oh
like,
shit, yeah.
last year. Yeah. I said last
Beautiful.
year sometime. I said like if the game gets released in 2018, I'll do a face reveal. Looks like I'm gonna have to do that.
Damn.
All right, so I guess we'll just go in Discord order because that'll make it easy for the next prediction. So yeah, Ghosted Gaming, you'd be next. You got anything else?
Specifically for Pokemon, I'm just gonna stick with what I've always said, and I do feel like we're gonna get something before E3 because it's pretty obvious that Nintendo's E3 this year is gonna be ridiculously crazy good, and I'm just not sure like do you guys really think it's a possibility that it could be crammed in with whatever else is possible for this year's E3? That's my major question right there.
Yeah.
They're probably just going to show like 1 minute of gameplay, and then that's it.
Probably.
Yeah, that would.
They will most likely do like the same thing they did with Ultra Sun and Moon, right? They like show you one of the crazy features, like, oh, we got a new form of Pokemon or whatever. Like they do one of those things, right? Little gimmick thing, just showing you like a minute or two of a little trailer, just to get people still like so people just remember like, oh yeah, Pokemon's still a thing, right? Just to kind of remind us. And yeah, like I said, like they're gonna do like the whole like over the course of several months, just showing us more and more trailers. So yeah, you're right.
All right, so yeah, Ghosted Gaming, you'd be next for your prediction. So what do you think is going to be shown at E3?
Oh man.
A lot of
I
options.
really am still sticking with my guns that Animal Crossing is going to be a thing this year.
Oh, yes.
There's a lot of people that say,
yes.
no, it's not coming this year. It's going to come next year. I'm just like, oh God, it's way past time. It's way past time for Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I would love an Animal Crossing to be shown at E3.
Oh, yes, please.
So if it was shown, do you guys think it's coming out this year or 2019 or later?
I want to
maybe late
At
first,
first-
throughout the year.
At first, I thought maybe 2019, but I'm kind of still sticking with 2018 now because of things, I guess you could say, that just have kind of happened in regards to Animal Crossing and whatnot that you guys have probably heard about, like the website changes and everything. I really think it's going to be coming out probably December, November, around this time of year.
Yeah.
Didn't they say they were like updating the website or something? I feel like I read that somewhere.
Yeah, there was I think I forget off the top of my head now, but there's something that happened with the website. They accidentally released. Like,
Yeah, there was a news feed that was in like
Yes.
beta. Like they weren't using it for anything, and it just popped up on the feed. And there were like a bunch of little windows, and it was like
like announcements,
sample text,
videos,
and it was really weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so do you guys think for the reveal they could just show us like a little teaser? Do you think they'll do a full-blown like trailer? What do you think the reveal could be for Animal Crossing?
I feel like they would do like a developer kind of thing. Like they show the Animal Crossing developers, and it's like this little world premiere or something. I don't know. That's usually how they do it with the reveals of those games.
I have one input on that. Like, as someone who doesn't play much Animal Crossing, I did look into like the sales charts for it. So, based on the fact that those games sell like crazy amounts, just in Japan, by the way, and I'm not talking like the world, I'm talking Japan. They sell ridiculous numbers. So it would kind of be a mistake of Nintendo's to not release a new one. So,
It's what the
I mean,
fans
I
want.
feel
And
yeah,
they
exactly.
have that huge sales goal that I feel like an Animal Crossing, Pokemon, and Smash Bros. Combo would definitely help fulfill.
Oh, so don't forget, we're getting a Fire Emblem game this year, by the way. Like, I think isn't that guaranteed? I think they said like it's guaranteed.
Yeah, they still have it listed for 2018 unless
Yeah, we
something.
can talk
Exactly.
about
So,
that if you
and that's
want,
happening.
or-
I didn't even know that, to be honest. I hadn't never heard of that.
And here's the thing, right? Fire Emblem is actually listed in like because I was looking at this listing from I think Nintendo Life, what Japanese people want the most, and like Fire Emblem is like the 5th on that list. And then they have some weird games that I don't know shit about, but like Fire Emblem is on that list, and people want it in Japan. They're really excited about it.
Wasn't Animal Crossing Pokemon like number 1 too?
No, Pokemon wasn't even on the list. Japanese
wasn't it?
people ain't hype about it.
Wasn't it Animal Crossing then? Like I remember Animal Crossing for some reason, but I'm not 100%.
I know Animal Crossing was on that list. I think somewhere on it, but I can't remember precisely though.
Yeah.
But as for Pokemon
I think
though,
it was Persona actually. That was the other one. I don't know.
yeah, Shin Megami Tensei, right? Yeah, that was on the list.
Yeah.
You're right.
I just think it's crazy how Fire Emblem we know for a fact, like it's confirmed for 2018, and we still don't know anything about it.
Right?
That is
Like
crazy.
We
I know,
know
dude.
more about
Seriously.
Pokemon.
It has to be at
than Fire
E3, I
Emblem.
think, right?
They're going to
reveal of it.
surprise us with like
Yeah.
something crazy for that game. I mean, the
Oh my
mechanics
gosh.
are already amazing, but like on the Switch, like
I just had like a really scary thought. Imagine instead of Pokemon Direct, we get Fire Emblem Direct. Oh god.
Oh, that was so bad.
No. I mean, no. Wait. The thing though is that's actually supposed to happen, according to information we received like ages ago. People like it was actually they talked about that. Like there's going to be a Fire Emblem Direct, but they could also do that Direct because like they're calling this whole E3 presentation their E3 like Nintendo Direct E3 or whatever. Like they have Direct in the name still, so there is a chance they could do a quote unquote Direct for Fire Emblem at E3, which makes no sense. So it's an E3 reveal.
I think they could
But,
just reveal the game at E3 and then have like a separate direct like a few months later or something like that.
Yeah, I definitely think that's definitely the most realistic thing to me. Is I feel like it's definitely going to be at E3, almost 100%, and they definitely will have another direct specifically for it, probably before the game comes out.
mm.
All right, so
for sure.
Endgame the Cube would be next with the next prediction.
Okay, so I guess Ghostly Gaming already said Animal Crossing.
Yep.
But I'm gonna say Animal Crossing too. But Nintendo, what's interesting on their website, they did this really weird thing. I don't know if you guys saw this, where they said that they would only be talking about 2018 games, but they made it an explicit note saying that like we'll be talking about games past 2018 at a later date, which makes me wonder if we're only going to see like the holiday games. And if we only see the holiday games, then that would mean if Animal Crossing's there, then it would have to come out this year.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
something that I thought as well, because I've heard that that news as well, that we'll be hearing more 2019 games later on, and that's why I'm still sticking with my guns that we're still going to see it at E3, and
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
it's just,
It would only
just
make
falls
sense
into place.
really for it to be promoted then. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm also
and I
noticing,
think-
or just a quick second, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's giving super chats. We'll read those at like the end of the stream, so then we'll like answer all the questions that people are saying. I just don't want to interrupt it like while we're all talking. Just wanted to
Okay.
mention that.
Shout out to everyone, I guess.
Thanks, guys.
I never usually get super chats, so
Heck yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, so Animal Crossing, I think that the holiday lineup is going to look like really good. Like this is going to be one of their best, if not their best, because we already have like Pokemon and we have like Smash Brothers coming out, and then Fire Emblem and Yoshi, because Yoshi's also confirmed for holiday. Like if we were to get, and we're probably going to get some more announcements too. Like they were saying Star Fox Grand Prix. We've been hearing about Star Fox Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Like Retro Studios, which I think is a good idea. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it'll be actually better than any Star Fox game that's ever been made. But
Except 64. Come on, that was a good game.
I mean, yeah, for its time, but I don't know. I think this will be objectively like more fun. But yeah. So I think that Retro's project will probably be there because they've been making that for so long. Like since late 2013, they confirmed they were starting on it. So that's almost 5 years of development time. So it would have to be ready by now. So I'm thinking like we'll see Retro's project and Animal Crossing, and overall we'll just get this really impressive holiday lineup. Like it'll be one of their best, especially since they're saying that they're only going to be talking about 2018 games. That tells me that they have a lot to talk about regarding 2018.
Totally. So next person will be Ruffled Rowley. Got another prediction for E3?
Oh boy. So the thing for me is I am not like as involved within like the Nintendo games beyond Pokemon, to be honest, and Smash. But like for me, it's most likely I mean, I'm excited and I know we're gonna definitely see The Last of Us popping up, which is a game like The Last of Us 2, which I am very excited for. And I would love to see like what happens with that whole like Call of Duty Black Ops 4 like battle royale mode on the Switch. because like it wouldn't surprise me for them to like split it up and sell it separately just to make more money, because that's just how Activision works. But as for things I want to see, though, I definitely want to see Pokemon maybe gameplay if we don't get that direct ahead of time. That's like something that like I just want to see. And as for Animal Crossing, as somebody who really doesn't know much about it, I'm kind of like getting more interested in that sort of stuff. So I would love to see that as well. And I do want to see this Fire Emblem game actually, because I've been trying to get into the previous games and trying to learn more about them. Also, on top of that, I do hope they kind of give more info on Kingdom Hearts 3, because I'm getting into that as well. So I want to see some more about that stuff. I know they released a trailer the other day, literally. So there's a bunch of info already, but I want to see more, because I'm getting hyped up about that game on the sideline. So that's kind of kind of what I want to see in general. But in general, though, I would most likely want to see Pokemon. That's like numero uno for me personally. So yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So yeah, that's just what I want to see mainly.
I mean, you said Smash Bros, so you guys want to talk a little bit about Smash Bros predictions, like what characters?
Oh, yeah, sure.
The fighters, there's going to be so many good fighters. I think, oh god, I can't contain my excitement for this, man. I need to think about what I'm going to say. I just hope that whatever they reveal for Smash, it's not just going to be like that. I want it to be more than the current roster of fighters that they have. Like, for example, I know Ryu's already a fighter, but like maybe they can do like something like Ken being another fighter as well. So like duos, if that makes sense. Like two characters corresponding with each other.
And if they can't do Ken, then maybe do Blaziken.
Oh, Blaziken. Yeah. Blaziken. Oh man.
I think we need Waluigi.
Waluigi, yeah, that
Waluigi. It's his time.
I mean,
what about
Ice Climbers to come back?
Well, yeah,
What
that's
about
what I was going to
Flora?
say. Like,
Oh,
there's
Ice Climbers
is going around.
Ice Climbers have to be coming back at this point. There's no 3DS. There's no stupid limitations that are gonna be in the way. 3DS, they're coming back.
They were my mains in Melee, so
They were mine too.
right now.
Yeah, I need them to come
I
back.
just couldn't wrap my head around their moveset. I just could not, for some reason, they wouldn't work for me in my hand. Why?
Quick question. I was going to ask in terms of Pokemon in Smash, because I know that like some people on 4chan have been talking about like Decidueye or whatever popping up, but I feel like Zeraora. Yeah, Zeraora. That's what I was mentioning a second ago. It's like that is a Pokemon. Yeah, it would fit so well though.
It's got its own movie coming. It's got like new merchandise promoting it. It has to be like
it would make
just
a lot of
fits
sense.
Good, it fits a good fire. It would be a good character to have.
I was
I want
thinking, what if
Eevee,
they
'cause it would be
changed?
weird.
Yeah, what if they changed Eevee from being a Pokeball Smash Bros character to like an actual full-fledged character?
I want to know how it would be able to fight.
I mean, if it can lift a cup in the anime, like, did you guys see that picture that was going viral where it was like, it was like drinking a cup? Like, that was so weird.
So
Like,
I
if
don't
it can
think
do that, then I mean, it can fight. I would assume.
would they really want to try like go with that though? I feel like it's maybe gonna be like one of those specials you use or whatever, like one of those like items or whatever that pop up like
From
rather
Because
something like
Sakurai
that.
likes
Rather,
weird to do weird things, like the Duck Hunt dog, for example. It's so weird. Villager, like he comes from like the most relaxing game ever, and all of a sudden he's just dropping bowling balls. So I feel like they could do something weird and like pick Eevee.
Like, how cool would it be if like you had Eevee in there and every single attack from Eevee transformed it into a different Eevee evolution?
I wonder
That
what
would
its
be-
final
that would be-
Smash
That
would
would
be.
be,
then as well.
so clean.
Like its
yeah.
final Smash could be like
thing.
its Z move as well, getting all the evolutions to come together and just like unleashing some massive attack. I
Yeah,
don't
that'd
know.
be
yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Just like Mega Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think like with Eevee, if with your idea on how they could include like his whole entire like evolution set as his move set, do you think it would be too much to ask for like just having a transformation button, kind of like in previous Smash Bros games, but it's for specifically Eevee? So you get like all the Eevee forms by transforming mid battle.
I don't. Well, like how
Yeah, I
Pokemon
feel like
Trainer
that
had
could end up being
the
too
three
much, unless they did
Pokemon.
like the original like view or something like that.
Oh yeah,
That's a
I'm not
good
saying like every single
idea.
one.
That would,
That
that would be
Yeah, I would love that if it was like
would be
maybe
that's
sick.
like-
actually really cool.
what Jolteon,
Yes.
Flareon, and Vaporeon, like the the originals.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be
That
sick.
probably work.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
That would be crazy dope. So let me ask you guys real quick. What characters do you think won't be returning Smash Bros?
Won't be returning.
It would have to be the third-party ones because I heard the licensing
a
is
lot
so
of
hard
third
to
party.
get from. That's what
Yeah.
they say all the time.
I know Snake. Snake is never coming back.
No, that's definitely not
Oh
happening.
man, I'm still
Yeah, it's
I
too
want him to
man.
come back.
come back.
Wait, what about Bayonetta though? I
Oh,
mean,
she's
I think-
definitely coming
That-
back.
that
Because-
could be
Yeah,
because-
it's because they promoted her being in Smash like a few before
Yeah.
Smash was even revealed on Twitter. Like Nintendo America made a tweet like, "Hey, you may know Bayonetta from Smash," and like, it was really weird.
yeah.
So
And with Bayonetta 3 coming out, they would definitely put her in just to promote that game.
Yeah,
Like,
I actually think
and
that
I
every
think
Smash
Bayonetta
4
works
character will
too.
be back.
Well, is there any company we know Nintendo severed their ties with recently that has a character that's in Smash? Because then we know definitely that character ain't returning. Most definitely. So, do we know of
I
any
don't
company
really.
that's like
I
severed
don't
ties?
No.
Yeah, I don't think there's.
Other than
a company
Konami,
anymore.
but like that was only Snake and obvious.
Yeah.
I really hope
Yeah.
that if they do decide to bring another Konami character, it's definitely Simon Belmont because I'm such a big fan of the Castlevania series.
Did you
Oh,
guys
was
hear
it-
that rumor about?
Yeah,
Yes,
it popped
yeah.
up the other day, didn't it?
And and that it actually has like some credibility, which is insane.
Yeah,
Like I didn't
didn't
believe
hear
it when I
about this,
first saw it.
though.
I was like, come on, like Ridley.
yeah. I'm sorry, like not to not to really make that leak sound bad or anything, but as soon as I read Ridley, I'm like, okay, it's not real, definitely not. Sakurai has already straight up said that Ridley's way too big and he's not gonna put him in there and shrink him
Yeah.
down 'cause it wouldn't be Ridley. It would literally not be Ridley anymore, and I understand that.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be surprised though. That would definitely create like a lot of hype though at E3. Like no one would see that coming.
Yeah, I
Nobody would
want
see
it
that.
to happen because of how weird it would like how literally no one thinks it's gonna happen. Like just do it then. Like
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
make
I don't mind
everyone
if it
scream.
happens. I definitely don't mind if it happens. If it does, then that's cool. We're finally getting some more reps for freaking Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. All right,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I guess,
Especially with Metroid Prime 4 coming, like why not? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah,
forward
yeah,
to
yeah,
that game.
yep,
yeah, I
yep,
think that's
yep,
what someone
yep.
told me. Like, what if they take the Ridley from that game and it's like smaller or something, and it somehow works in Smash Bros.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. So I
Never
guess.
know.
Yeah, I guess in terms of that, what do you guys think about like the characters that we already know about in Smash Bros? Like, you guys think that Mario will have updated movesets like with Link being Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, I
definitely-
really hope
yeah,
so.
but-
So, yeah,
'Cause,
exactly.
like with Toon
In the
Link,
trailer.
they made him a clone instead of like using his Wind Waker stuff. So I hope that with Breath of the Wild Link, he actually has some moves from Breath of the Wild because that would be so cool. And I really hope that Mario actually has some features.
I reckon they'll get something from like Odyssey getting in.
I can't
from
really-
Mario
Yeah,
as well.
I
Yeah,
can't
the
really
hats.
imagine them like removing original Mario, like replacing him with Odyssey Mario, but I also can't see them adding in another Mario character, like another like Dr. Mario and then Mario and then Mario Odyssey, or maybe they take
Yeah.
out Dr. Mario.
Well,
But
they remove one and replace it with the Odyssey one because it makes sense because people would want to see that. If it's not there, then people will be like, "Where is the Odyssey Mario?" You know, what I mean, what's up, my dudes? So I mean,
I mean,
they would
they
most
could
likely remove
It
add
could
one.
be
like one
skins.
move because like they added Flood to Mario's move set, like it's just one move. So maybe they'll just do the same with Cappy, like
Mhm, just
That's
change
what
one
I'm
of those.
thinking
Yeah.
too.
like
I really
his
do think that they'll probably end up because I don't know much other than Cappy. What could you possibly change with Mario that would reflect Mario Odyssey more, other than like parkour, pretty much
Mhm.
stuff like that. Like I'd struggle to figure out some other moves that could
Change your side beat
Completely-
him on the
If
scooter.
he like completely like imitated the enemies that he possessed, so like for example, his up B could be the Bullet Bill, and you could like fly up, like
oh my
that.
goodness.
Yeah, he could like kind of be a combination of all the Mario enemies. I think that would be cool.
See, that's real creative. I haven't heard anybody say anything like that. That's a good idea. Nintendo, take notes.
I mean, everyone keeps saying how like they want Cappy to be able to take over other characters, but then wouldn't you just think people would take them over and then jump off the stage?
Yeah, it would be like
I
Kirby,
definitely
right?
don't
Or like
think
Yeah,
that.
Yoshi. I
exactly
don't
like
know.
Kirby. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe for the
Yeah,
final
yeah.
Smash, could that be cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, Final Smash definitely needs a change for Mario because
It's just a big fireball every time.
yeah, it's kind of uncreative. It's like Mario's never done
Yeah.
that, has he?
Yeah, extra gamers in the chat is saying T-Rex Mario as the final Smash. That would be really cool.
Oh, that would.
Yo,
Oh my god,
that'd be
that would be the
insane.
best. Yes.
Hell yeah, dude. That's man, that just make me hype. All just that by itself, I just take my money.
Oh, that would be beautiful. Just imagine.
T-Rex Mario. I'm sorry.
Probably break the stage.
All right, so I guess next person would be Slow Speedrun. You got a prediction for E3? I haven't heard much from you,
Well, I
though.
mean, a lot of you guys have already been saying it. Of course, Pokemon. I really want to see Animal Crossing there. A couple sort of, I guess, oddball choices. I kind of want to see a port of Dragon Ball Fighter Z,
Oh,
and
yes.
I would really like to see a new like 2D Castlevania side scroller game.
yes, please.
Nice.
Oh my goodness,
That would be
yes.
amazing.
I would go crazy. But I mean, it's as far. I mean, I really want to see more on the new Star Fox game coming up. I've seen almost nothing on it, and I keep needing to look up whatever's out there because I know that was it a leak that happened, or was it official information?
It was leaked, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Like
I haven't even looked
everyone.
that up. Like,
So weird.
someone told me about it, and I was super excited, and then I talked to them for a little bit longer. I completely forgot what we were talking about. So and you guys reminded me earlier when you mentioned it. So now I got to go look that up again. But I would love to see as much information on that because what they were talking about just sounded incredible. So.
Oh, I have one point I want to make. I want to see them like do a mini version of the N64 because they trademarked N64 the other day.
God,
So I would want to see that because that will be. I mean, of course, we're going to have to deal with the same issue as always, which is too little stock, so you have to go buy it off of eBay for like 10 times the price. But that would be cool though. That is something I would want to see. But I guess
I'm
we'll have to
waiting
wait.
for that
at
mini
E3?
GameCube. I mean, after they do the mini 64, I need that mini GameCube. Like,
Oh
I'm gonna
my
lose
God,
my
all of us
mind
need
if we
that
don't
mini
get a mini
GameCube,
GameCube.
How do you fit that many games on there though? The
I need a
GameCube,
mini Okay.
They're probably going to be compressed versions, though, aren't they?
the GameCube had so many good games. How can you choose a small section of them and just be like, "Yep, that's okay"? So many good games on the GameCube.
Just
So do you guys think if they do an N64 classic, they'll reveal it at E3?
I
Yeah.
don't know. They haven't done that before, so I'm not
Well,
sure.
they said they're gonna be talking about like just the Switch at E3. At least
Oh,
for
you're
their
right. Yeah,
presentations.
you're right.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
then again, they did say straight up that they're talking about Nintendo Switch 2018 reveal. So yeah, I think it's
They'll
unlikely.
probably show
during
off
E3.
something.
Like maybe in the Treehouse Live they can reveal it. Like they make
Yes.
announcements.
But that wouldn't
Yeah,
really
so-
that wouldn't be as
Possibly.
hype for them. Though. Actually, no, wait, they could do that. You're right.
Yeah,
feel like
such
it's a
surprise
bigger announcement than that,
trailer.
though.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That'll be
be cool
insane.
though.
Yeah.
Well,
Something
it's
that you mentioned earlier, Ghostly, is that you were talking about that if they brought you didn't know if they'd have with all the stuff they'd have at E3 already if they were going to have room for any Pokemon stuff to cram in there. But I kind of think you may have that backwards. If they show anything of significance for the new Pokemon game, I think that'll overshadow almost anything else. Other than like a logo or whatnot. But if they have any sort of like in-game or any sort of information we don't already have or can confirm anything that any of these rumors that are floating around,
I
kind of
get
feel
you.
like that's totally going to overshadow a lot of it.
I understand exactly what you're saying. I get that. Like that was pretty much Smash Bros for me. 2013, I think, is when it was announced. Or 2014, back when the Wii U came out. That was literally Smash Bros right then and there.
Oh yeah.
Remember when Mega Man and Villager were announced? That was a good time.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I remember that
man.
year, like
Yeah.
Smash Bros. Like overshadowed everything. They announced like Mario Kart 8 that year and Mario 3D World, and all of that got overshadowed as soon as they showed Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Makes me curious for Pokemon then, because you said 2013, but that's also when they revealed X and Y, and
There you
then
go.
Smash is then. But then of course they revealed it in January in the E3 presentation. I guess Smash was way later.
Yeah.
I mean, during the year, so we had several months to work with. So that makes me wonder: is Era right? So we're not going to get Pokemon this year? Because I always feel like I always had this argument when people came to me and always said like we're not going to have Pokemon this year because Smash is being released, and I was
mean,
always
that's not
like
true.
that makes
That's not
sense.
necessarily
I don't
true.
think
Yeah.
they
No.
released Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire and Smash 4 on the same day. They do not care. I promise.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing, right? That's
They
the
were
thing.
on different
I agree with
systems,
that.
though.
Yeah,
I agree
but
with
still,
that.
Like,
Look at the hype
Yeah.
Pokemon's getting right now. It's getting a new movie. It's getting all this attention about the two new games that are literally inches away from being revealed. They're just gonna mix it up with Smash and just like we were talking about new fighters. They're probably just gonna put all the new stuff into Smash as well to keep both the games popular for ages at the same time.
Yeah, I feel like people stating that just because Smash Bros is coming out this year, we're not getting Pokemon. I think that makes no sense.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
don't agree
Yeah,
with that
like,
logic.
that would
Again,
basically mean that anything that comes near Smash Bros is going to get overshadowed. It
Ghostly.
doesn't really work like that.
Here's the thing, like, I agree with you because that's the thing.
Nintendo just
My
wants that cash. Like they don't care about it. They
No,
don't
for
care
real,
about
I agree with you because I had this argument with everybody who said it all the time. People kept saying like Smash Bros is going to overshadow Pokemon. Why would they release Pokemon this year? Blah 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 blah. And my argument was always like, do you guys not realize that you're literally saying that Smash is big, Smash is hype. I get it, right?
Yeah.
But you do realize we're talking about Pokemon here. Like
Exactly.
Pokemon.
Smash.
The second
Pokemon,
most
I think-
popular,
I think
exactly.
I
the
think right
most
next
the
to,
the biggest earning franchise in the entertainment franchise in the world.
Other than Mario, but
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
I
no,
think
no. It's
honestly
bigger than
the-
it's bigger than Mario. No,
Has it
Pokemon is bigger than
overtaken
Mario.
Mario now?
no, like look at those New Super Mario Bros. Sales from the Wii era and all that.
Yeah, no, but for like in terms of entertainment franchise, they are
Yeah,
actually
no, I get
the
it.
biggest one. Like they are
Yeah.
bigger because
It's
that
Star
incorporates.
Wars.
Yeah, because they're bigger than Star Wars because they incorporate sales of TCG, video games as well as merchandise and all that shit. And Pokemon sells way more merchandise than Mario will ever
Yeah.
do. Because let's be fair.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Mario sells a lot of games, but Mario doesn't sell much merchandise as much as
You look at
Pokemon.
Eevee the
Yeah,
other
and
day.
Mario
got,
doesn't
like,
have an
5
anime and
different
all that other
plushes.
stuff either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
true.
All right, then. So I guess PokeRaf, you'd be next for a prediction for E3.
All my predictions have been said by you guys, but if there's anything that I'm looking forward to at E3, or I hope for it to be revealed at E3, it's definitely got to be. I'm fingers crossed hoping that Battlefield can come onto the Switch, maybe.
Thank you.
Because
Nice.
I know they haven't announced all of the platforms for the game, but I'm praying that
That would be amazing if it
Battlefield
did.
comes in. Yeah, because I remember
Battlefield
playing
Cloud
Bad
Edition.
Company, and those games were amazing. And I'm also looking forward to Metroid Prime 4,
Oh
and
my goodness.
there's another game. What other game? Traveler, Octopath Traveler. That's going to be a wicked
Oh
game.
yes.
I remember seeing that game.
Nice.
I'm
and
super hyped for
obviously Pokemon as
Octopath.
well.
It was such a fun demo. It's
Yeah,
I haven't played too many RPGs, but that's the one RPG that I was hooked on that demo for a while.
They really hyped it up though.
Read it.
Oh,
it
they
looks
did.
it
They did
looks
a good
wicked.
job.
Really hyped it
It
up.
looks wicked. That game looks like it's going to be very very successful. And I don't think it will just be like one single game. Maybe they'll just bring out some more installments throughout the coming years. But
Or DLC.
if anything, yeah, even DLC, man, that would just be interesting to see.
But yeah, I guess in terms of Metroid Prime 4, do you think this year we'll definitely see gameplay at E E3?
I'm not sure because
That
of
one-
the
yeah.
thing that they said about. I know that they always say, "Oh, we're focusing on games this year," but I've never seen them actually put out a statement explicitly stating
Yeah.
that they're not gonna they're gonna show the other games, the 2019 and longer games, like at a later date. I've never seen them do that. So
That's got to mean
Little
like a direct
concerned.
in September or something like that.
yeah,
right?
yeah. Like I hope we can see Metroid because it's probably so pretty.
And even if we do, they might be able to implement something from that into Smash, like Samus and
Yeah.
That's
maybe
what someone
new
was telling
skins
me.
or something.
Like they were
I
saying.
really.
Oh, sorry, you can go.
Go ahead.
All right, I was just saying like how with all the new characters and how like a lot of the characters are getting updated movesets with like Link potentially being like Breath of the Wild Link, Mario probably being Odyssey. What if the Samus is going to be from Metroid Prime 4 and they reveal that in the trailer for Metroid Prime 4
Exactly.
just so they could
I
reveal it in
can see that
Smash?
happening.
Yeah. 100%.
Now what I was gonna say is now I wouldn't be too surprised if they don't show it at E3, but we definitely are gonna see something this year, regardless of whether it comes at E3. There has to be a direct before Smash Bros, and then that's when they'll hit the big news for the Samus change. If anything, we have to hear something about it this year. Whether or not it will be released this year, I
even a
doubt
small
it.
trailer of gameplay would
Yeah.
be good enough.
But
Just like-
Dennis,
Oh, yeah,
Dennis
yeah,
made
for sure.
Dennis made a point in chat right now. He said, and this is actually something they stated as well, is that they're only going to be showing 2018 games. So
Yeah.
I have a feeling we won't see Metroid
Yeah.
if they said they're only going to be showing 2018. I mean, maybe we'll see like a snippet, but they said specifically. I remember this as well, but they said only 2018 titles, which means will they show Metroid? Considering it's definitely not happening, this year. They already, they confirmed it in their, like yearly releases or whatever, that they're doing it 2019, or was it? No, it was to be decided actually.
it's a
No,
TBD.
or am I wrong? I can't remember if it was
It's a
2019 or
TBD.
to be decided.
It's a TBD.
Yeah.
Like I think Bayonetta 3 is too.
Yeah, so I don't think we'll. I mean, maybe who knows? Maybe they'll just show us a little snippet and be like, "Huh, it's next year, but we just want to show it anyways because we're cool dudes."
Like even a 30-second trailer wouldn't be that bad, or like a teaser.
I mean,
Yeah, just some small gameplay.
we got a logo last year. Anything at this point would.
Maybe Ridley and Smash will be enough.
yeah, you'll think it's a Metroid trailer, and then it'll be Ridley and Smash.
Yeah.
They'll say it's this is Metroid Prime 4 gameplay. Just kidding, it's Smash Bros. And then they'll go back. Just kidding, it's Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, just like last year with the T-Rex in Mario Odyssey, everybody thought it was something else.
Oh man,
yeah,
is
that's
it
funny.
is it bad that I didn't fall for that? I saw the cap. on his head before
Same
it
here,
started.
same here, dude.
Yeah,
Saw
me
it coming
too.
from a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll be right back, guys.
Coolio.
All right, so let's see. We pretty much said a lot of the big other things that could show up at E3. I know someone was saying something about Pikmin 4. Do you think we could see anything about Pikmin 4 at E3?
Yeah, for sure. I think so.
Because we've heard that game is in completion, or it's like it's been done for a while now, right?
Yeah, in 2015 they said that, and now it's 2018, 3 years later. So they would have. I would think that it would be ready for E3.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, quick question: do you guys think this year is going to be way stronger than the first year of the Switch's life cycle? Because I mean, if we do get Fire Emblem, Pokemon, Smash in the second half of the year, for the Switch,
Yeah.
it will destroy. Like, it will be way better than the first year, where the biggest titles you really had was, Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, and they were released, one in the first half of the year, the other one in the second half of the year. So, you only had two really big titles, and then you had, like, filler games, remakes, or not really remakes, but remasters, and, ports, etc. So, like, my big question is, like, will this be the year of, like, the Nintendo, like, the real year for the Nintendo Switch? With, like, all these amazing
They're
things.
gonna blow up from this. They're literally just gonna blow
I
up.
think Pokemon's the
And if-
deciding factor.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
yeah, definitely. I mean, come on.
I think that
it has to happen, though.
Yeah,
It has to happen.
I'm thinking like the first half of this year was actually pretty weak for the Switch, like in my opinion, and I think that the last half will be like ridiculously strong.
It was all a
Kinda
plan.
Make
It was
up
all a
for,
plan.
yeah, and kind of make up for like this first half that's been a little weird. I think the next half is going to be insane. Like,
Yeah, I agree with that.
Nintendo
Yeah.
are like, oh, we're just gonna show you some
anyone-
like 5 out of 10 stuff, and then later on throughout the year, here comes all the amazing stuff. They're doing it on purpose.
yeah,
They're literally doing it on purpose.
All right, so I guess the next thing is a virtual console. Do you guys think they could talk about that? Because we already heard it's not going to be like a thing on the Switch, but maybe they could talk about their new virtual console-like thing that they're going to add.
Well, they will
They're
definitely
probably
talk about
hope
it.
so.
Yeah.
They normally don't talk about their stuff in the directs, like
Well,
in terms of online
they-
and like all that
yeah.
Well,
stuff.
they do just show a little bit of it. They will need to address it because it's
Yeah, I really hope.
You know what they'll probably do?
Get
They'll
forced
probably
back.
promote the new Switch games, and then just like how we got for like like the virtual console versions of Red, Blue, and Yellow for Pokemon. They'll probably promote the new game for the Switch, and then just be like, oh, for all the old retro fans, we're going to show you this is what you can play for like the old Metroid game or like the previous Smash games. Maybe something to do with that. I don't know.
They could also do like a Pokemon Yellow, whatchamacallit, like virtual console thing. They could be like, oh, you want to experience the original Pokemon Yellow journey, while waiting for the release of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, or whatever, and then they just release that. It would be pretty cool, considering they kind of skipped that.
Yeah, and then you could transfer your Pokemon over.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, have
That'd be
Pokemon
really
Bank
good.
with it and everything.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm a bit curious though, because like, I mean,
Yeah,
I
I've
want to
heard
go
something about
so
Pokemon,
so I want to go into Pokemon a little bit, right? So here's the thing. I don't know if you guys remember, there was that like image from, or like that text from Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, I guess, where this old guy, when you talk to him, says, "Imagine, your Pokemon in a PC." And then they're still there 100 years
100
later.
years, yeah.
I know
Yeah,
what you're
later.
talking about,
And
yeah.
imagine using them in a battle, right? So I remember when I saw that, I was like, dude, this is an odd point, right? Why would this random guy? Because clearly we haven't seen something like this in the past. We've
And
never.
it was said in the Aether Paradise as well. So.
Exactly, and that's where I'm like questioning, like, okay, if he's saying this, we're not going to be like, we're definitely going to be playing a kind of, I mean, again, not 100 years in the future or whatever version of Kanto, but I think we're definitely playing a Kanto in the future that's kind of like maybe not a sequel, but like a remake sequel type of thing. You know what I mean? So like it's the same region and all, but like you got like new shit in there essentially. Is what I'm
that
thinking.
one. That
Pokemon
one
Plus
was
and
so cool. With you guys probably saw that with like the artwork, and it was saying like Red and Blue are gonna have children or something. And
Yeah, that got
those
proven
are
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, it turned
I
out
thought that was
fake.
a cool idea. Oh,
Yeah,
it did?
it was
I
a cool
think
idea.
it was a cool idea.
Oh yeah, Barbie
Yeah.
Elite Four claimed the rights for it and like showed like how they made it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nice.
Something
It's
about
the-
that just screamed fake to me for some reason when I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they traced parts of the character's pose for the yellow looking the guy in the yellow outfit, which was supposed to be Red Sun. They like traced the body of that character. So I think that was debunked ahead of time. But no, they definitely looked cool though. But it makes me also
like,
it
that's a
makes me wonder
concept, I
though.
think.
It makes me wonder though, like considering Pokemon is going more in this path of like, oh, you can be your own character, right? Like make your own journey, whatever. Be customize your character or a trainer however you want. They do that whole thing, but they still give us a very much same journey, right? Because you're like every single one of us, right? If we play through the games, the only time the story really deviates is in us like choosing our Pokemon and everybody, choosing like one of the three options differently, right? And if these games are going to be like Pokemon Yellow, remakes or whatever, then they're going to be forced to use like Pikachu or Eevee, right? Because if they're going to be remakes, that's how it's supposed to work. The other ones have been chosen by other people. You can't have it, yada, yada, yada. So if they're going to do that thing, then they're making the story exactly the same for everybody else. And that's, for me, that defeats the whole purpose of and that's why I think most people want an open world, because, everybody experiences the exact same journey in Pokemon. Everything is exactly the same for everyone. So I would want to see them kind of deviate from that, try other shit out, like try new things out, give us the option of going a different path or approaching gyms at a different pace. If you don't want to take on the first gym, or like have like a level for the player. So the level scales across like the world. So you can, if you want to take on the 8th gym, go take on the 8th gym. If you want to take on the first gym, take on the first gym. You know what I mean? Like that would be something awesome. But of course, this is Game Freak we're talking about, so we should never expect that. But just want to point it out.
I don't think there's any reason why, with the Switch's power, there's no reason why Game Freak can't get out their whole box of ideas that they're restricted by because of the hardware limitations, and just putting in as much, just getting as close to their original idea for Pokemon as possible in this new game, and really giving us what they've always wanted to give us.
Well, they might be doing just that. I mean, like, look what happened with Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. You've got all them animations and sprites of all 800 plus Pokemon. Like, what is that? Do you know what I mean? That's got to be something for the Switch,
Yeah, I definitely
The
agree.
walking stuff.
yeah, all them animations.
Yeah.
Well, they did point out what those were actually for, kind of to burst the bubble, which I hate that I was told this, but apparently those were actually used. You guys remember the photo feature where you can take photos of Pokemon? Actually, yeah, and that's what they were used for, because the Pokemon move around those images, and that's what they were used for. For example, if you see like Pikachu's like running animation is actually used when you take a picture in the start of the game, if you guys remember. In Sun and Moon, like, you go up into that little crevice, or like it's a little like an opening in the wall, and then this dude's like, "Oh, dude, you can take a picture of Pokemon. There's a little opening over there. Go take a picture." And you go and do it, and you get like, you see a Pikachu running around and stuff. Apparently, that's what those animations were for.
I think it could be used alternatively.
Yeah, they
though,
can
for-
still use them on the
yeah, no, yeah, most
It's
definitely.
like the same thing.
But the same thing though, then that kind of confirms the Lapras image then, because people think it's fake because people are like, there's no way they would do these sort of graphics. Like, why would they do upscaled Sun and Moon graphics? Which I think is what we're gonna get. And I don't
agree.
understand.
I
But
think
I
the
don't
game's
understand the
coming out this
complaints.
year. Yeah.
No, I don't,
Yeah, but I don't comprehend though. I don't comprehend the complaints though.
Does anyone have
Like,
that screenshot?
I can probably get
Can you
cheap.
send it in
I've
the
got it
Discord? I'll put it on the stream.
That screenshot looked a little nappy, but I mean, it was probably like in beta mode at the time that it was shown. I think it'll mostly look the same still, but I think that'll look better than that at least. Like, once we see it and like the clear gameplay, all that. But I did like some of the ideas that it showed, like the Pokemon swimming around the world. I liked that.
Yeah, no
idea.
random encounters.
And it was cool having the Eevee on the character's like little head.
Yeah,
I think it was
everyone
that
was
was kind
getting
of
hyped
cute.
about that.
Yeah,
that
so
was
some
really, yeah.
of that was pretty cool. I think some of the ideas, but
But then everyone's going on about that recent animation of Pikachu as well, and everyone's getting ideas that it could be real,
that.
fake. Like, my friend actually pointed this out to me the other day, that if you notice closely in the animation, Pikachu's tail has got like a hybrid of the female sprite and the male sprite. I don't know if you guys may have noticed that.
Yeah. Everybody
Yeah.
pointed that out.
But
That was
it's
like
just
every reply.
Yeah, literally every
every
reply to me was
crazy
also that. But that's a good point. But I think somebody said that like that is and I know this because I have worked with like 3D animation and stuff. And like if you layer two models over each other,
Over the
what I
same
mean?
thing,
That
yeah,
happen,
and you can-
and they do the same thing. So if this was like maybe a layered image, right, then the tails would look really weird because you would have two images or two models
showing the
same-
different sprites. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So that's what that could be. It could be wrong. Apparently, according to Pokisarena, the guy who leaked that image left his job or like resigned from his job, and there was some drama about that going on. Apparently, the guy was, it was a whole mess. But something happened there. The guy who leaked it left his job, quit it apparently, and something crazy is going on. I don't know if it's real or whatnot, but that's what's apparently happening in the Chinese community, which makes me very confused actually. But if that image is real, by the way, those graphics on that Pikachu, that's some fresh Pikachu. Just saying.
I like that.
It
That's a
looks
good
real
Pikachu.
good.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
I don't
looks
know
real
because the
good.
models were already made to be in HD, so I feel like
Yeah,
even if it's
you're
fake,
right, though.
they'll look the same. Like honestly.
Yeah, you're right. But like the thing though is, like a lot of people complain about Sun and Moon graphics, and I get it when you don't like when you haven't seen what they're capable of if you put them in high resolution. Like I don't know if by you guys, but I went and like downloaded Citra just to try out the graphics in like 4K, and that stuff looks fantastic. Like when you up the graphics in Sun and Moon, or not the graphics, but just the resolution. Like just the
That's why
resolution when you up
everyone's-
it.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful. So like if people complain about it, it's like don't complain about it because it looks beautiful, my dudes. Like it is really nice looking. So and yeah, there you go. There's the image now on
Hey,
stream.
the screenshot. What's up?
See, this is the thing, right? If it's upscaled Sun and Moon graphics, then this is how we're supposed to expect it to be like. I was told, according to a person, which I'm not going to say who told me, but that this image is actually a early prototype, which is what like if do you guys remember the Pokemon Stars rumor last
Yeah.
year?
Yeah.
Yeah, from like Eurogamer. This is what they saw. This is what they saw. They didn't know what it was about, but like they were like porting it over. So yeah.
That's exactly what I told everybody when I saw that. I'm like, because everyone was freaking out. Like you said, I don't understand the complaints, but everyone was freaking out that they didn't want to look like that. But like that is it's clearly like they're
And that's
playing
taken from
around
a
with the
crappy
new
phone,
system
probably.
and stuff.
And
Yeah,
plus,
early
it looks
stuff.
bad because it was taken on a phone that was probably
Yeah.
from 2007, like a flip phone. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
These
Sony
leakers have the
yeah.
worst phone cameras, I swear.
And I think everyone else keeps saying like how it's fake because of how it's using grids and it's like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But like you don't know, like just like how you guys said, it's probably a prototype. Like that's not like what the whole game might look like.
Yeah, they could have just been testing out, like, just to see how it runs. And again, like, as far as I was told, and again, this info could change. This info that was provided to the person I got it from could also be fake. But, like, apparently this was just a prototype. This is what, like, you know, this is the thing they were porting over originally. You know what I mean? Because the Pokemon Stars rumor was like, oh, they're porting Sun and Moon to the Switch, right? That was what the rumor was. Which
And it does
seem
look like Sun and Moon in HD.
Yeah,
so
exactly. And that's
we
and that's
got
the
that
thing,
rumor
right?
in the first place.
And that's the thing, right? I think what this is right here is just them testing it out early on, and somebody must have seen this and not really understood more than just what they saw on the screen, right? And been like, "Oh, they're porting Pokemon Sun and Moon to the Switch," and people just went with that assumption. Like they went
just
just with
took a
that
picture
single
and
assumption.
just tried to like show it to the world before they knew anything really.
Yeah.
I also think it would be cool if like you could use the right joystick on the Switch to be able to like move the camera in a 360-degree manner.
that was so
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, if
I
we're
want
getting
that
an
so
open
bad
world
already.
Pokemon
Good.
game, there's no reason why we shouldn't get camera control. You know,
Like imagine like walking through Lavender Town and being able to actually look up at the tower.
Oh yeah. Oh, my goodness. That would be
My
awesome.
dude, that's a scary thought though, because I don't think we're gonna see Lavender Town, because wasn't Lavender Town switched into a radio station in like
Johto, but not in Kanto.
Yeah,
and if
in
this is
Johto.
like a pure yellow
Well-
remake, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, well, I mean, as far as oh, by the way, can I just point out one thing though, and why I still think this thing is going to be a freaking like a future version of Kanto, because I don't know if you guys saw this, but I talked about it in a video. If you guys remember on the 1st of April, do y'all remember that the whole Team Rocket takeover thing that happened with Pokemon?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was sent to me by a viewer, but if you go onto that page where they have like the information about it, you can see like a evaluation report for the members in Team Rocket. And here's the funny thing: all the gameplay they show in that evaluation is all Pokemon Yellow. You know what I mean? They're not using anything else. They're using Pokemon Yellow gameplay. Not Pokemon Red, not Pokemon Blue, not Pokemon Green. No, Yellow. And then they give evaluations for different Team Rocket members. Like, they give their numbers, Rocket member number 65,500 or some shit. And then when you go all the way to the bottom, right at the bottom, it says one very interesting thing, and that is note, reevaluate in 20 years. Like reevaluate their efficiency in 20 years. And when I saw that, I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you serious? You put this at the thing is it's right at the bottom of the page, right at the bottom. So you wouldn't even notice it unless you literally look at it. And I found it by accident. Because my viewer only told me about the actual page where like having gameplay of Yellow, but didn't tell me about the bottom thing at the end. And when I saw that, I was very confused. Like I was just like, okay, what is going on here? But also this year is the anniversary of Pokemon Yellow, the 20th anniversary. So they're most likely going to do this whole Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee thing. but
Game
makes me very
Freak is
curious though.
sneaky. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me curious though if we're gonna get like, because that's the biggest. Okay, so can we have a little bit of a debate on this because I want to see what everybody thinks about it. Like, is this gonna be a remake or a reboot? I want to see chat like spam the shit out of like what they think it's gonna be, and you guys like giving me your opinion because I just want to know. This is something that's been, like it's been killing me like to know what people think about this because if it's a simple remake, I'm gonna cry. If it's a
It's
reboot,
gonna
I'm
be-
gonna be
I
very
think
happy.
it's gonna be.
All right,
They want
spam 1 if
something-
you think it's a remake, spam 2 if you think it's a reboot. In the chat right now.
God.
I better see. I better see two.
I gotta go. I gotta go spam.
I'm gonna be
two.
early.
Hang on a second.
We're gonna be
I'll
like,
be
why
right
is he
back.
saying one?
There we go. It's gonna be. It's a reboot.
Yeah, I see a lot of. Yeah, everyone's saying 2s. Yeah.
Everyone wants reboots, man.
Yeah, but
I
have
would want a
faith in Game
reboot, but I
Freak.
think it's gonna be a remake.
Really?
I understand. I get you. I get why you think it could be that because like everyone's just hyping around Pokemon Yellow. They're all taking in all this information and like it could work, but at the same time, I don't know. It's a hard one. Game Freak. They can just they're giving us so many hints and details here about what it could be, but I reckon when it's revealed, they're just gonna surprise us. Like
Yeah, I have full faith in them.
It's
I
a
don't
hard
think
one.
they're just gonna take the game and copy paste it and make it HD.
You would hope
they're
not.
definitely gonna change.
I
it
don't
up,
know,
yeah.
dude.
I really
With-
hope they don't do
With
that.
the
If they
stuff
do,
they pulled with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I'll never trust them again.
but that had soaring in
Like,
it.
yeah, but they got the way they got rid of the Battle
Delta
Frontier,
episode as well.
That was
Oh yeah,
so
yeah, that
evil.
was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a
I
hard
think
one.
someone explained how that game took place in like an alternate universe though, without like mega
Yeah.
evolutions, and so that one didn't
Yeah.
have. I don't know.
Yeah.
there's,
They
like, a
mentioned
theory
why
about
though.
that.
They literally said that they could have made
Oh.
it, but they didn't because kids.
So
would
do you
get
reckon
bored
maybe
of
they
it
might
too
do that
fast 'cause
for
it'd be too
if-
hard.
If the Switch games are a remake, do you reckon they could do something similar to how they done that with Auras and Ruby Sapphire? Maybe.
Yeah, I think like if it's a remake, I think it'll still have some new stuff, but it'll be ultimately the same game as the original. That's what I'm thinking it's gonna
There's
be.
definitely going to be new content in some way.
Guaranteed Giovanni
Battle
from
Frontier.
Ultra the Moon though.
Yeah, the Rainbow
Yeah,
Rocket one. Yeah.
Yep, because
Has
he
to be.
disappeared through that wormhole.
I would like Lily to be like a post game character that you can battle, or like even
And
like
Gladion as well.
champion.
Gladion went to
you
Kanto as
want.
well, so
Yeah, him
that might
too.
happen.
hmm
Like those are two really cool characters.
I kind of want to be done with Gen 7, but I wouldn't mind if they came back.
I would like a little cameo, and I would love yeah, I'm still like into that, but I would love the Battle Frontier to come back too because in Sun and Moon they had one of the Frontier Brains. Did you guys ever like play through that part like where they had the Frontier Brain and she got stranded in another universe and she was from like the Emerald games and she ended up in Sun and Moon in Alola.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
she,
yeah.
I mean, there were so many weird things about that. Like it was like they were hinting at bringing it back again, and they didn't. But
She was with Looker,
the
right?
Battle Frontier takes place in Kanto, so like, and with what that weird episode that they did, I feel like it could happen. What were you saying?
Wasn't she with Looker though? Like in the
Yeah.
in Ultra the Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Mhm.
the weirdest thing, and you could battle her team, and then if you battled her in the battle tree, it played like the original Frontier Brain theme, which was so cool.
Mhm.
But yeah,
That okay? Actually, now you make me question a rumor I saw earlier today because they've been hinting and really pissing people off with the whole Battle Frontier thing. And
they
this
have
rumor-
since Oras. I don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
why
And
play
the
with
thing
us
is,
like that?
And I read today a rumor where somebody was saying we're gonna see the Battle Frontier, and when I saw that, I was like, "Get out of here! That's not happening." Like they want to torture us. There's no way they would give it to us in this game. If they did, though,
They
everybody
could.
would be happy.
They
They
could.
could.
and it
they
takes
could.
place in Kanto. It's from Kanto, so
Exactly.
it has to
Which-
happen, right?
The
Which
Switch,
now-
the
now it
Switch
seems more
could
logical.
literally just like
Yeah.
implement everything we want, but it
Mhm.
just depends if Game Freak want to do it.
Yeah, I think they keep
And
saying like
imagine
people
that on
aren't
your
interested in it or something like
Whole
that.
frontier
Mhm.
on your TV. How beautiful that would be.
hmm
But then
It's
that's going to be a bit weird for like, because obviously sometimes the anime likes to respond in the way the games are. Like, I don't really see Ash going back to the Battle Frontier again if it happens. But
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I wonder if they'll even bring them back to Kanto in the anime. They might, but
that's
because they usually don't for the remake.
Yeah, because he didn't go to Hoenn for Oras.
Yeah. I remember
Actually, can I
like when
ask-
Pokemon Coliseum was out, like back in the day, and I was like waiting for the Coliseum anime.
They should
Yeah.
definitely do that.
Never
Can I ask
came.
something though, in terms of that, like the anime specifically? Because I was having a little conversation with Joe Merrick on Twitter,
Oh, I saw that.
specifically about how that would work out. Because if 2018, right? We still have the Sun and Moon anime running. They just started their recently their whole new season or whatever. If that's happening, right? And that can definitely run its course for a whole year until this time next year, definitely. Even all the way until the late 2019 could definitely run that long if they just pull in a bunch of filler. But then it makes me wonder, what are they going to do after that? Because they need something new. They need something new next year.
Yeah. Is Lily in the anime at all? Or I haven't watched it.
Yes,
so.
she is. Yes, she is.
Okay, so imagine if they do it like the games, where she moves to Kanto, but instead Ash goes with her, and that's how they transition to the Kanto.
See, that's what people have been suggesting that. Which
that would be so cool.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, though, he has already been back to Kanto a few times in a few episodes to battle Brock and Misty and whatnot.
Yeah, but the kid, most of the people that watch the anime now are the kids, that they probably don't never really watch the Kanto anime when they're since they weren't probably even alive when it came out. So maybe this can be their way of being introduced to.
But how long can they stretch that for? Do you think they'll be able to stretch that?
They can do it for maybe
all the way until late. Actually, no, it wouldn't even be 2019 because if we don't get a game in 2019, which people are thinking we're not going to get a new game then next year for a Pokemon game, which I think I think we're still gonna get a game in 2019. Weird, I know, assumption, but I almost feel like we're gonna get
drag out Lulapit, then drag out Kanto, and then it would be enough.
I mean, we'll see, I guess. But
I mean, that's
in
really
terms
long
of that,
until Gen 8.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's also the thing, right? Because if they would wait all the way until 2020, there's no way the anime can run for that long. That would be really, really them dragging out. That's Naruto levels of filler they would have to pull. So I am not confident they would do that.
I wonder if they are developing Gen 8 alongside these games, because they usually do that, where they're developing one game and
they have
then
separate
the next,
teams, so I think they probably are.
I mean,
yeah, so they probably are, and then remakes probably after that. I don't know.
We're definitely gonna get Gen 8 next year though, because think about it. They think 2013, 2014, you had X and Y, and then the next year a remake of ORAS. You know what I mean? There's definitely a chance they can do it, especially the fact because people always keep mentioning oh, it doesn't fit into the what do you call the pattern or whatever, or they wouldn't have enough time or whatever, and they would take them too long. The thing though is things have
these
changed.
Kanto games don't fit into the pattern at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's dead.
And that's the thing, right? Because I was always against it, but then I also thought about another thing, and that is how, in terms of release times and whatnot. You know what I mean? It took them 3.5 years to make X and Y, but that length of time, it makes sense because that was their first 3D game. That was the first main series 3D game. So of course it took a long time.
HD game. So I don't know.
But that's different though. But that's no. That's different though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing you're missing though, because all the models in Sun and Moon are already HD. Those are HD models, but it just downscaled for the Switch. I mean, that's why there's sorry, the Switch, but the 3DS. That's why you might notice some frame drop and stuff on the Switch when you play it. So,
but still, with the overworld, that's probably going to be if they're actually going to make a game that looks different and stuff. With Gen 8 at least, could take longer, but we'll see.
Yeah, because the thing is, they still have to create all the region, make everything look HD with the buildings, the towns. They got to create the move animations and all that.
I'm really hoping that Kanto is this test kind of thing that they're doing to make sure that Gen 8 is going to look really good and run really good. Because I felt with X and Y, that was the test, and then Sun and Moon looked really good on the 3DS.
That's with every game, though. I think every time they develop on a new system, the first game that comes out looks good, but then the second one looks amazing. With the DS, you had Diamond and Pearl, which looked great, and then you had Black and White, which looked amazing. Mm-hmm. So same thing, probably.
Yeah, pretty much. So.
All right, then I guess, do we have any other predictions for E3? I guess if not, we can move on to the viewer questions.
I think I'm good.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're all right.
Yeah, I think we got everything.
All right, then. So, yeah, I guess we can just look through the chat, and if you guys see any good viewer questions, we can answer those for a little bit, and then we should be good. Let's see if we can find any.
I'm still looking for
Game Boo here says, can we switch to something other than Pokemon? No.
Alright, more Pokemon. Let's
Just
go.
end them like that.
24-hour stream. No, only Pokemon. Let's go.
Ooh, Kid Icarus. I want to talk about that because they haven't had an Icarus in ages, dude. Like,
I don't think that's gonna happen just because Sakurai and his team make
Yeah, I
the
was
Kid
just
Icarus
about
team,
to
and
say
they've been
that.
busy with Smash. So
all right. No.
yeah, but I
See,
want
now-
one so bad. That was so good. Sakurai even made a joke that we're not gonna get a game for like another 30 years or something like that after he was done with it. I was like,
He's just a
He
memer,
did-
though.
I
He
know.
did confirm that we were not going to get a Kid Icarus Uprising sequel, supposedly, a long time ago, back when it like initially came out. He's like, all right, no more Kid Icarus Uprising, which sucks
Yeah.
because that was such a good game.
But at
That's
the
my,
same time, he said no more Smash Bros, and then he made Brawl, and then no more Smash Bros, and then he made this.
True,
So.
that's true, that's true. I hope
Yeah, you
I
can't
hope
take
that
him
logic
seriously.
goes into this
Yeah.
too, because it's got to be my
Crazy.
honestly, it's one of my probably my favorite 3DS game that's not Smash Bros is Kid Icarus Uprising, in my opinion, of course.
Aw. Animal Crossing New Leaf would be my favorite, and then Kid Icarus Uprising.
Animal Crossing is probably tied for me.
Yeah.
I have like
The
1,500
online
hours
mode
for a
was
reason.
so underrated. That was so good with Kid Icarus Uprising. The online mode, that was so much fun.
It was really fun. I remember it would get super competitive back in the day.
Yeah, that would get stressful, especially with the controls. Like your hand would start like falling off. But
Good luck finding anybody nowadays.
I know, right? Like imagine it with like the dual analog sticks, or like even like the motion controls of the Switch. Like
I think the motion
either way.
controls
Ah.
are just as good.
Mhm.
All right, so yeah, people are talking about a Metroid Prime trilogy. Do you think they could show something like that at E3? I think that would make
I think
sense.
that's very possible for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because if Metroid Prime 4 is coming out next year to get people hyped or
Yeah.
like caught up if they'd never played Metroid, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I'd buy it. I mean,
Yeah,
Did
for sure.
any
That
of
would
you
be
guys,
really good too.
You think
any
there
of you
might
guys
be
play
some sort of
Custom
bundle?
Robo?
And like they even have like the motion controls from the Wii that they could use with the Joy-Con motion controls too.
Oh,
What were you
yeah.
guys saying?
I was asking if any of you guys played Custom Robo on the GameCube.
Oh god, I really want to play that game, but I haven't played it.
I've
It looks
never-
like
Oh
it'd
my,
be, like,
really?
right up
Okay.
my alley.
So I
Played
was
it.
I was looking in the chat and I don't know, IH Polymer mentioned that Custom Robo would be sweet, and I actually tweeted a few weeks ago about how I would love to see an updated Custom Robo because I played that game. I'm probably embarrassed about the amount of hours I put into that game. It was so much fun, so addicting, and that's something I would love to see. I mean, it's never gonna happen, but I would absolutely love to see a new Custom Robo game.
I think Chibi Robo could end up in Smash too.
I mean, they showed that picture before that January Direct.
Yeah,
To
and it was
troll
like
us.
flames. So maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really want for them to at least bring the customer like those games from the GameCube on to the Switch, like the Virtual Console, or whatever, so I can finally play it because I feel like it was made for me. Like it just looks like my kind of game.
Do you think they could show Mario Odyssey DLC at E3?
Yes.
I have
Didn't
a
they show
feeling
Breath of the Wild DLC last E3?
Yeah. Mhm,
Yeah,
they
they
did.
did.
Yeah, so like they could do that with Odyssey as well.
Because that game just
And they could
screams
do
like New
Delphino
Kingdoms. to me.
Plaza.
Yes, I think it's about time that game actually has some proper DLC. Mario
Yeah.
Odyssey.
And you guys saw like that weird thing with the map where they had like Al Delfino on it or whatever,
Oh yes.
and it's still
Yes,
like
I
in the
did.
data for the game. So it has to like they
Yeah,
have
probably
to,
gonna be-
especially if
yeah.
they did 64, then like they can do Sunshine as well.
Did you guys see that leaked
Oh, yeah.
screenshot that was going around apparently of Isle Delfino in Mario Odyssey?
Yes, it was
Did
like
that
a
get
Yeah.
confirmed fake?
It was fake, but jeez,
Ah.
that looked good. Like
Yeah,
whoever
that
did that.
Yeah. I'll see if I can
Jeez.
Oh,
find it. I'll
what's
put it
the-
up for
what-
people who haven't seen it. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Was it the video you guys were talking about? The video of
Yeah,
Isle
I
Delfino?
posted it too.
Oh, was that confirmed fake?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't even heard it.
Yeah, I'll put it on- I'll put it on the
but
stream.
was- yeah.
If I can find it.
Yeah, I remember I covered that in a video, and everybody was saying if it's real, this guy, or if it's fake, this guy needs to get hired. And I'm just like, yeah, this guy knows how to, translate these old games and make them look freaking crazy good.
Yeah.
hmm
It looked
Oh,
really
gosh.
good, and I still have hopes that we'll eventually see Al Delfino in Mario Odyssey, but fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that game just screams like add new kingdoms. Like I don't feel like why would they not take that opportunity?
The
Yeah.
one thing I can
They
say,
even said they're thinking about doing the DLC. So I mean, come on.
Yeah, just add
The
like
one
70 more
thing I can
moons
kind
or
of,
do something like that.
the
Yeah.
one thing I can kind of say about why they wouldn't want to do too much DLC is because they don't want to rule out the possibility of there being another Mario Odyssey as well.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to, I'm not saying that, Nintendo's filled with ideas. They could easily probably come up with a bunch of new things, but I understand why they wouldn't want to like make kingdom after kingdom after kingdom for DLC. It'd be like, well, all right, maybe we should save some for the next.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, for the next game, it could be Super Mario Sunshine 2.
Or that.
I want that so bad.
Someone in the
Like,
chat was actually talking about Paper Mario as well, but
oh
I don't even
man,
know, man.
it's paper.
It's too, I
Okay.
think it's too soon for that, but we'll probably get one. Like,
I
But it
don't
was,
think
but it
I
was
know
trademarked
for a
though.
fact there's got to be a Switch one eventually, but I'm scared for
yeah,
Paper Mario, man. I'm scared for that series. I love it.
yeah. The previous ones have been nasty.
I actually recently replayed Thousand Year Door again all the way through, and I still have to beat the 100 Trials. But anyways, I just had so much fun with that game. I've beaten it so many times, and oh man, I want a new, Paper Mario that's like Thousand Year Door / the first one.
I'm kind of glad now that I never played like Thousand Year Door because I almost bought it when I was like a kid. I would be so disappointed if I like with the way the series has gone now. Oh my
Oh my
god.
gosh. Well, first of all, you got to play it.
Yeah.
Second of all, yes,
Maybe.
oh man, I didn't like Sticker Star. I didn't like Color Splash.
I remember when I got Sticker Star. That was like my first Paper Mario. Ugh, like it was so boring. I
Yeah,
gave up.
don't let that affect how you feel about Paper Mario in general. Because true Paper Mario is nothing like that at all.
So
Yeah.
I put the Isle Delfino picture on the stream if you guys didn't see it. So
Nice.
it's,
Ooh, somebody
Yeah.
said Mario Maker sequel.
oh
That'd be
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
Mario Maker.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely see that as a possibility too.
I can see that. Maybe not this year at E3, but definitely it's definitely got to be a thing. I feel like.
Yeah.
And you guys think it'll be a full sequel, right? Not just a port.
Oh no, definitely.
Yeah, I
If
think it'll be a
if it is a
sequel
port,
because-
it's got to be like a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe type thing where they have to add on to it. They have to add
Yeah.
things to it.
I think they'll just call it Mario Maker 2 and just like they did with Splatoon, where that was rumored to be a port. Splatoon 2 and
And
Smash
I
was
know
rumored
this
to be a
is-
port, and then we got Smash 5. But yeah,
It'll be
This-
called
it-
Super
this
Mario
isn't
Maker
really
2.
like the-
And then all they'll add is
Yeah.
slopes.
Oh yeah, slopes need to be a thing. And this is like a smaller thing, but can we please have a playable Luigi? Like instead of just a stupid skin. I just want Luigi, man.
Mario's getting too much attention.
In
Yeah.
Mario Maker or Mario Odyssey?
Both.
Oh yeah, speaking of Luigi's Mansion 3. How would you feel about that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think
You
that'll
think
Oh
that
be
could
man,
awesome.
I think that's very possible because one, we're getting the weird Luigi's Mansion like game 3DS thing, and the studio that made Luigi's Mansion 2, I forgot their names. Next Level Games, I think. They haven't made a game in a long time, so maybe that could be their project.
Hopefully, man, because I love Luigi's Mansion so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that on the Switch.
Yeah. I love
Even though
both,
it's-
like the first and the second, but I kind of want the atmosphere of the first to be in the third one because
Oh, I
first one was
completely
way
agree with
scarier.
that. For
Yeah.
me personally, I thought number 2 it was okay, but it didn't give me that same feel. Like when I was a kid and I played Luigi's Mansion, there were some times where I was getting actually like legitimately scared.
Dude, I had like nightmares. Like I remember I was like sleeping, and I screamed and like woke up like my parents and everything when I was just in
Wow.
like first grade. Yeah, I was scared of that game. I was like a scared.
But that's the magic of it, though. Honestly,
Yeah.
like what Nintendo game scares you as much as Luigi's Mansion ever did.
Yeah, and the second one it was more of a cartoon than like a scary kind of
It was a
thing.
lot more kid friendly, like child.
Yeah. The gameplay was really well done though, I think. Like it
Oh
was
yes,
really
yes, it
well
was
done.
really good.
But the atmosphere it could have been a lot scarier.
I think the
I just
only
like
two-
how they went with more of like a realistic approach to the design of the mansion in the first one, as opposed to the second one. It, like I said,
Yeah.
it's a lot more childish, and I liked how it was to begin with, and I hope
I would
if they
love
make a
one-
third one, I hope they go back to that art style.
Yeah, I would love one huge like mansion with like a bunch like where it's ridiculous, like for the third one instead of like level to level like the third one was, and you just
Yeah.
it's like the hub too and everything, and you can get lost in it. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't too fond of the level structure in the second one. That's another reason why I still haven't even beaten it to this day. But I liked being able to freely explore the whole mansion, and it really
Yeah,
felt
that was the
alive.
magic. Yeah, it
felt
did.
alive.
Hmm.
I hope for Luigi's Mansion 3, I hope they don't add a map like what they did with the port onto the 3DS. Like, I don't want to be able to know exactly where you're going. It kind of takes away from the game, right?
What do you mean by that?
Like, didn't
Like-
they show you, like, how on the 3DS port, like, you can just check where everything is on the bottom screen?
I
Is
think
there,
it was
like,
in the
things that
original
will
though
tell you
too.
where the treasure chests
So like
are
you
and
had to press
stuff?
Z and like go on the screen.
Oh, alright. I don't remember that much from that game, but I remember
I don't know.
it says something about it. On the 3DS port, like, it shows more. information or something like
I
that.
think it's.
Oh
I think
yeah,
it's
like
just a
maybe it's
map,
more.
Yeah.
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 But I think someone else was also saying in the chat to add something about Mario Kart 9, like if they could show the next like full-fledged new Mario Kart.
Oh my
I
god.
don't think so. I think
It's definitely too early.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, it's too soon
Starbox
for
is
that.
gonna be that racer that we're gonna get at E3
Yeah.
this year.
Quite
think,
honestly,
Mario
I'm
Kart next
thinking-
year, most likely.
I think they'll show that at E3 next year, Mario Kart 9.
You think
I
next
don't
year?
know.
I was gonna say like maybe 2 years from now because I'm not sure what they're thinking of for Mario Kart right now.
yeah,
But
that's
I don't
true.
even know if they'll make one because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was like the fastest selling Mario Kart game of all time. So like
good reason.
it's
It's a good
probably
game.
gonna sell enough to where they probably wouldn't want to risk like making another one and then not selling as much because there's already Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that most people have already kind of played. I don't know.
But it would
That's
screw
what I'm
over the
thinking,
people who bought the Wii U version.
Huh?
It would screw over the people who got the Wii U version though, because there's not that much new content in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe might be it for this generation.
That would be
Possibly.
really
I think
disappointed
that
if
I
that was
still-
the case.
I still really think that they need to add some form of DLC. I get that there's so much content in this game, but the biggest, for me personally, the character roster in Mario Kart 8 just sucks.
It's terrible, yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
50% babies.
50% freaking Koopalings, man.
Because everybody wanted Pink Gold Peach.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to
Best
deny that. Of course,
character.
everybody.
Hope that's a Smash character.
Oh, yes.
Playable character.
Get rid of everybody. Turns out that silhouette of Breath of the Wild Link was actually just Pink Gold Peach in disguise.
Nope.
Oh,
That'd be awesome.
No, it
Ooh.
wouldn't.
Fortnite. Fortnite. Somebody mentioned Fortnite in on the Switch, which
I think that's extremely possible.
Yeah.
I think it's
I think
unlikely
it's
because actually I'm not sure if this was for real though, but it was an article about it that actually Epic Games specifically said we're not doing it. Now I'm not sure if that article was for real though, but it was one of those like Nintendo
was-
Life
No, that was
websites.
because there was a
Yeah.
leak that came out that claimed that we were going to see Fortnite at E3, and then they just wanted to like say that we don't know anything about it at that point, so they officially said
Okay, that makes more
Yeah.
sense. But do you think it would happen though?
Discrediting it.
I think,
I think
it
it's
makes
extremely
sense,
possible.
yeah.
One of the developers actually, or one of the main people behind the games, even said that they would do a Switch port, and if it's on iPad and like, come on.
yeah, it's on iPhone. And
That's true.
It's coming to Android as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I think that it's free on console, right? I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah,
like
it's
heavy
free.
PC.
Yeah, it's free on everything.
Okay, so
Like,
yeah,
I probably,
it
like,
would
the
definitely,
person
it
who
should
hasn't
definitely have, it has no excuse to not be on the Switch because I think that'd be like the best way to play it.
Yeah, because the thing is, it
Yeah, for
uses
sure.
Unreal, which we already know the Switch can handle perfectly fine. So I think they'll definitely put it for that reason. It's free. It's free, so a lot of people would buy it if they've never experienced it before, because it was definitely trending back in like February, and it's still really popular now.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's definitely still got a fan base.
I think people
Yeah.
just
Oh,
keep
definitely.
thinking,
It definitely has a fan base, that's for sure.
yeah.
What do you guys think of their? Maybe not for this E3 in general, but just in general, what do you guys think of there being GTA 5 or the next GTA game?
Oh, for sure. I think that
Ah.
maybe not GTA 6 quite yet, but I think we could get GTA 5 for
See,
port.
the reason that I think GTA 5 can come is because it was on last gen systems. It was on the PS3 and the 360, which we already know the Switch
Yeah.
is more powerful than, so it would make
Well,
sense.
here's
But
the
that was also ages ago, though.
Yeah,
that was
the
a
only
long
Plus, we
time
got
ago.
LA Noir on the Switch, which was it's from Rockstar, and that's such
Yes.
a random game to put on the Switch. So if they did
Wait.
LA Noir,
Yeah.
there might be something else planned.
Wait,
what I'm
wait.
saying?
Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
that
one.
can handle
I
it.
would love to
Yes.
see that on the Switch.
Yeah, I said
what I was gonna say about the port of the Xbox 360, sorry, and PS3 is they were technically, it's not the same GTA as we are used to today. Because remember, on PC, PS4, and Xbox One, it's an advanced port. It has like enhancements and whatnot. It has like the first person view, and then it has the extra, I think like particle effects and everything and stuff like that. It did actually add. There was actually differences between the two ports.
Yeah, that's true. I remember I played it on PlayStation 3, and then I saw somebody playing it on PC. I was like, how the hell? Like, why am I playing this on the PlayStation 3? This is awful.
Yeah, but either way, I think it has actually technically been proven. There's been YouTube videos basically making their PC at like this kind of the same specs as the Switch and whatnot, and basically just running the game to see if it can run, and it does run. From what I remember, I think it runs at 720p 30 frames or 1080p 30 frames. I forget which one it was. So it can. I think it has. It does. It definitely can be run on the Switch.
For sure. Yeah, I think it'll probably be like an in between. I bet we'll still get the first person, some slightly better graphics than like PS3 360, and I think they'll probably add like Mario and Luigi costumes or something like that, which would look
I don't
so
know about
weird.
that.
Like doing a heist and
Yeah, I don't
Just
think every
imagine
single
Mario
like,
getting shot in the
costume.
head.
I don't think every single like third-party port needs to have some type of Mario reference or anything like that inside of it.
I
don't
think it would be
they
funny.
will do that,
It would be funny, yeah.
I mean, they did it with Bayonetta, and that was like really, like, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You got me there. That is
Nintendo
true.
really did not care. I don't think anymore.
All right, so you guys see any more viewer questions that look
Nintendo Land 2.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
Cute, but no, I don't think so. I think Nintendo's moving away from the Wii U, and I don't think we'll ever really
Yeah,
see.
I
Other than the
I
ports,
definitely
that
agree
we've
with
been
that.
getting. Like even with those ports, they're like pretending like those are like they never happened before.
Yeah, they're like
Donkey
really
Kong
pretending like the
removed from
Wii U
shop
just
or
didn't
whatever,
exist.
That happened. I think that got put. I think it got put back on, but you know.
I will say at the very least, Nintendo Land, for the time being, it was a fun game to play when you did have like friends over and whatnot.
Oh, for sure.
It was a
Oh,
good time
definitely,
waster.
Yeah, that was really fun.
But like
Very
Nintendo
cozy.
Land theme, they could definitely rebrand it and just if they decide to bring anything like that back, which I doubt at this point.
Yeah, I would like a Nintendo Land stage in Smash 5 though.
Yes, that would be cool. That would be
Like
dope.
the plaza where like all the different games are, or something like that.
Yeah,
and if
maybe
you
like
can
switch
travel to
between
like
the games,
different
the game styles and whatnot. Yep.
Yeah, I would like that.
Something like
There's
that would be awesome.
there's a couple people in the chat talking about Final Fantasy,
I was gonna
Kingdom
mention
Hearts.
that. Yeah. I mean, if Kingdom Hearts is coming to Xbox One, I don't see why they couldn't do a Switch version somehow. So they should, in my opinion.
Someone said Guitar Hero as well, but I'm thinking, oh wow.
Well, if they decide to go
Guitar
back,
Hero.
I don't know. Guitar Hero like is kind of dead at this point, from what I can tell. I've seen people get into the newest one, but not my thing. I'm a
Yeah.
huge fan of Guitar
Yeah,
Hero though. Like
same.
I love Guitar Hero, like original Guitar Hero.
I loved that
Oh,
one. Yeah, when I was in like middle school.
1 and
That
2
was
are
the game
amazing.
everyone played.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think the kind of trend, honestly, is kind of just over with Guitar Hero. and I
Yeah,
don't
for
think
sure.
it's really ever gonna do as good as it used to.
Mm-hmm.
So Alcaz here is saying, what 3DS games do you think they could show at E3, or like what could they talk about in terms of 3DS? Do you think they could
Quite
show
honestly,
anything?
I don't really
That's
see.
gonna
them
be a
talking
hard
about
one.
E3.
I think we'll
Um,
probably get like one announcement for the 3DS,
Yeah,
and
I
it
don't
won't be
think
in
it'll
the
be-
it won't be in the main event though. I think it'll be in the treehouse. They'll be, hey, we have a new little game, and it's gonna be a 3DS game, and then people are gonna be like, oh, why isn't this on the Switch?
Yeah,
And
that's,
then they'll be
that's
like,
It,
oh,
it always
is on
goes like
Switch.
that though. I mean,
Yeah.
But guys, keep in mind
Oh
though.
yeah. Someone said like The Sims 4. Oh god, I would love that.
But
Anyway,
guys, keep in
what?
mind one thing though. Nintendo does actually want to still sell more like 3DSs this year. Still, they want to keep selling more of them because they don't want it to die yet. They still want to keep it going for
Yeah,
at
they
least
want-
2 more years.
That's crazy.
which
Yeah.
is crazy to think, but I mean, it's true. Yep, Nintendo really does.
So I saw somebody mention in chat earlier, but I didn't bring it up. But like, what about Mystery Dungeon? Because like, it's been a while. It's been a
I think
while.
we'll get a
It's been
Switch
while.
one if we get
I-
a Mystery Dungeon.
I'm more on the side of there being a 3DS one rather than a Switch one.
Well,
'Cause, like-
because like the one we got felt like it was the finale, the Super
Oh,
Mystery
that's a
Dungeon,
good
whatever.
point.
Yeah, it felt like if we're gonna get another one, it'll probably be on a new system, but I'm not sure. You know what I could see them doing is some kind of like another GameCube port, like Super Mario Sunshine on the 3DS. Something
Oh
weird
my
like that.
god,
that
I
would be
would
so
kill
upsetting.
Me
them. I would kill
too.
them.
Yeah, I would cry,
Sorry.
but I think that's possible. I mean, if they did it with Luigi's Mansion.
Ugh.
They actually said before the 3DS even came out, back in like a long time ago, like 2010 or something like that, maybe even 2011, like before the 3DS came out, they were like, we would like to put Super Mario Sunshine on the 3DS. We think that would work well, all the way back then. So maybe they'll take that old idea, do it again.
So here's a question that I wanted to ask you guys. Do you think for Smash 5, they're going to have a whole entire new set of amiibo for all the characters?
Yes.
That's
Yes,
Yeah,
without a
doubt.
doubt. Yeah.
that's
Without a
ridiculous.
doubt, we
I don't know. For the new characters, yeah, but for the
Yeah, definitely for the new ones. But I
Oh
didn't
no,
know
they
if-
will definitely
I don't
they will
know.
definitely have updated amiibos for like old characters as well. They want to make money. We're talking about Nintendo here, right? You'll realize that.
Yeah.
They love
You know,
money.
the
Yeah, that's
Amiibos-
But like with Amiibo, I feel like it being so oversaturated has made it sell less than it did originally. So I don't know.
You know,
Yeah, but they can-
honestly,
This is the Nintendo fan base. Like people buy everything Nintendo, so they can still sell a lot of it. I mean, the reason why it was selling so much was because of the fact that like they did a whole limited edition thing, right? You know, there's a shortage of them,
that.
and yeah, exactly, and that's why those did so good. They will probably pull the same thing again because this is Nintendo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they love seeing green. Like, green is their favorite color. When they see those dollar bills falling around, they want that. So, I mean, in all honesty, I think they're going to pull the shortage shit again and just be like, oh, we have not enough of them, so very sorry. You can just wait for a little time. But I definitely think they're going to, release amiibos for old characters but updated. Though, how likely? We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, I know I'll be on that
actually-
Ice Climber
yeah.
amiibo for sure. Like,
And that's also gonna bring the amiibo sales up a lot again because Smash
Yeah.
Bros is the main reason why people basically bought amiibos originally.
Mhm.
I
if they do
haven't really bought
Pokemon
an
amiibo
amiibos.
too, it's over.
I haven't really bought an amiibo since I only bought like the Legends of the Breath, some of the Breath of the Wild ones. But other than that, I was strictly just buying amiibos for Smash Bros. And yeah, like I said, other than Zelda, there's been no reason for me to really care too much for amiibos.
I have one amiibo, and that's Yoshi, which is my main in Smash Bros. That's the only one.
There
I
you
have.
go.
I hope that they
I
make
can't
it where
find
you can use
Sheik
the
anywhere.
amiibo online.
It's in some way, like with
Like
friends.
with your
that would
friends,
be cool, yeah.
not like in the main thing, but that would
You
be
know
really
what?
cool.
You know what would be dope if they had a four glory mode, but strictly for like amiibos. You think that would work? That
That
would
would
be
be
dope.
cool. Yeah. Imagine Imagine if they brought back the Subspace Emissary and you could use your amiibo as co-op too.
Yo, that's a good
Oh,
idea.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but that's a good idea nonetheless.
But I mean, you brought up an interesting topic. What do you guys think about like in terms of modes for the new Smash Bros? Like, are there any new modes that you guys want to see?
I want to see a story mode
ranked.
again.
I want to see ranked.
Ranked?
Like an actual like
story or like my big two, and then there's another one that I also made a video about multi-character stocks.
Oh yes,
Like
that would be
they've
amazing.
had,
that'd be
they had that
cool.
in Project
Yes.
M, and I think that it's overdue. It's time for something like that.
They basically did that with Smash Tour at the very end.
Yeah, they did.
I was not a fan
I
of
want
the
to see
new modes
some
like
form
Smash
of
Tour.
Subspace Emissary come back. I love Subspace Emissary.
Yeah, I would love to have that come back, but I think
Yeah.
Sakurai said he didn't want the cutscenes to be leaked online.
Oh my god.
Maybe he changed his mindset though. I don't know because they're
He's also a
he can do
memer.
that.
So
You know what?
Yeah.
Like Sakurai, like I love you and everything, but freaking stop whining about that. Get in the 21st century.
yeah.
Plus, like
don't
if
leak
you
them.
kind of like think about it
Leak.
too, like if this, like with Smash 4, they really focused on like making a bunch of new characters and stuff like that. Like we got a lot.
Mhm.
So maybe with these games, we'll see a few new characters and like maybe the Smash 4 roster, and then like not a ton of new characters, but like like 5 to 10 or something like that. And then they could do something like the Subspace Emissary, all that, because they wouldn't have to make as many characters since Smash 4 was already like pretty good on the roster front. I don't know.
I don't know. Like this is the first time. Like when Smash Wii U was still in development, we were always speculating what the characters would be. It was so for me personally. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but didn't it feel like there was so much more options? And now that Smash Bros. 4 is already out and everything, it's kind of hard to think of new characters to get
I
in. that
completely
aren't,
agree.
Like, completely ridiculous.
Yeah, I completely agree. I've noticed too that like those types of videos, like there's less of them and they get less views too. Because like I think everyone kind of doesn't expect as many, I guess, insane characters. Because like, how do you top like Pac-Man and Mega Man?
And
How do you
Donkey
top
Kong,
that?
Yeah,
Who thought Cloud would become a thing? Who thought Bayonetta would become a thing?
yeah. Like, there's not much else you can do really, except for
There's
add a
honestly
few
just the
cool
just
little
the
characters.
For me, there's just like there's Shovel Knight, Banjo Kazooie, another Pokemon, obviously, and then there's Crash and Spyro, and those are the big ones that I always like see people talking about. But other than those
Yeah.
characters, who is left?
I
Maybe
feel I
Toad.
feel like at this point the only eruption like character would be Ridley, but
In terms of first
that'd be
party,
the
I
only
think.
thing that would make people's minds explode as much as like the others, the past.
Well, some
Megaton
people still
stuff.
want some other like Waluigi, Toad. They still want them characters to come in. But I know that Waluigi's like an item that you can use in the game. But
I'm thinking Captain Toad maybe
yeah,
for sure. I know he
Oh, no,
can't
the
jump,
little-
but they would probably just make him like, isn't it Lil Mac or something like that, where like the jumping is just
Yeah, those
not very
little guys.
good. Yeah, I think it'll be like that.
Mhm.
Speaking of that,
Um,
I hope they change that because I used to love playing. When I found out he was like the right next to Mega Man for me personally because I love Punch Out so much. Is when I found out he was in Smash Bros. I was flipping my freaking. I can't find a word that's.
Not yeah, that's friendly for the stream. I get it.
I mean,
I
the
was
stream's already been
hyped.
demonetized like an hour ago. It's all
But either way, like I for me personally, I hope they kind of fix up Little Mac a little bit, and I hope they make them a little better.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I think in terms
It's
of
just like
modes,
something personal.
yeah, in terms of modes, the one mode that I would really want that I like loved in Brawl was like a boss battle mode where you could face off against all the bosses that were in the subspace mode.
Oh, I love that.
Remember
yeah.
Rayquaza?
Yes,
I-
Rayquaza.
that
That
was-
was a good one.
Yes.
I remember reading that in a magazine, thinking, "Oh, I thought that was part of the story," but then I was like, "Whoa."
If there's an
Oh,
adventure
that was so
mode,
good.
do you think stickers will become a thing again?
Probably.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
think
I
they'll
don't
do that
know.
instead of like just normal trophies or something? Maybe
Maybe,
amiibos for some
yeah.
reason.
Maybe.
I would hope amiibos wouldn't be tied to the story like that at least. Like stat wise, it's kind of wasting my money.
Like I just want them to add the new bosses that they put in the game, like the Yellow Devil and like the boss from Xenoblade and all that.
Yeah, like actual bosses, not stupid stage hazards that nobody asked for.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, at least if they're not gonna do a full story mode, at least a boss mode would be cool.
Yeah, like a boss mode would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yep.
And
They've
then I
done
think
it. They've done it correctly once. They can do it again.
yeah, and then I think
Ah,
someone
those were so
someone-
good. I'm getting nostalgia now.
Yeah. I think someone said that they wanted like a ranked mode, right, for the new one.
Yeah.
I think
Definitely.
I think Sakurai said in an interview though that the reason they didn't want to do that was because they didn't want to make people feel bad if they were at the very bottom or something like that.
What I mean,
That should motivate them to get even better. Though,
Yeah,
really.
but like he said, that's the reason.
Yeah.
He said that's the reason they came up with like that whole global Smash Power thing that was in Smash
Ugh.
4.
again, I'm gonna say this, Sakurai, I love you, but get into the 21st century. Rank is kind of a big deal now. Like it's real, especially for like competitions and everything. It's a huge deal for some people.
Yeah, I think we've seen like a pattern of Nintendo's developers kind of adapting to like the times. Like for example, with Breath of the Wild, they didn't want to do tutorials because they realized our tutorials are kind of useless because people will just look it up if they get confused. They don't need
Yep.
to be walked or handheld. They don't need their hands held and all that.
I mean, kids look up everything on YouTube now if they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that Sakurai could, kind of go with that, where all the developers kind of changing their mindset with this generation.
One thing
Can I
about
just say one
rank
quick
that I want to say real quick is I feel like it's almost going to be like a force, like it has. I feel like it's going to definitely be in Smash Bros. And the reason why I say this is because if you guys noticed, there's going to be a Splatoon tournament. There was a recent, I think, an ARMS
Yeah.
tournament or something like that happened recently.
Oh
There
yeah.
was
Arms,
Smash
yeah.
Bros tournament coming up. There was last year, and they're starting to get into that esports stuff, and that's why I feel like maybe it's Smash Bros time for ranked. I mean, they have it in Splatoon, so why not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
can I
for sure.
just one thing? You mentioned tutorials and stuff and how they've removed it in Breath of the Wild and like there's no like real tutorial for you. Just jump in.
I know where he's going.
Okay, yeah, you know exactly where I'm going. Can we please remove? Can we please remove that from Pokemon?
Yes.
Okay, no, for real though. For real though.
Completely. Yeah, I hope they follow the Breath of the Wild trend.
Because I can't play Sun and Moon ever again. I only play Ultra Sun and Moon because the introduction is shorter. But like, holy shit, you don't need to explain to me for an hour and a half how I'm supposed to catch a Pokemon and how typings work. I get it. Just get to the point. Let me play the game. Like I feel like that's Pokemon's biggest freaking issue is like they think everybody would. And no offense to Game Freak, I love you guys over there. Like you're my life, but for real, we're not children. Like I mean, I get children play your games, but
Even
still,
the children like
even the children have
get
brain
bored by it.
capacities enough to understand it.
because the children now have shorter attention span, so it's not gonna help when
Like I
they're
wish they
playing
would just
through
ask
this
you in
long
the
tutorial.
beginning, like when you're choosing
Yeah,
your
if
trainer,
you
just
want
say,
to, that's-
like, are you
that's fine.
a beginner trainer or like an advanced trainer, and then it just skips that whole like hour
Yeah, I agree.
That'd be awesome.
instead of oh yeah, you have to go to trainer school now.
Yeah, I want to just be thrown right in and just go. Like, let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
go on our journey. I don't need like any introduction.
Or actually, they did something like that in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I remember where they
Yeah,
just gave you like
the
an
options.
item. They gave you like a Teachy TV or something like that, where you could just look up the tutorials instead of like
Yeah.
being forced to do them.
Yes, I'm hoping
That is
we
so
get that with this
perfect.
too, since
Yeah,
it's
yeah, just
Kanto
have
again,
something like that.
obviously.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like what this guy said. Let's talk about real-time battle system for Pokemon Switch.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
Okay. You guys have been going on about Smash for a while. I want to talk about Pokemon, my dudes. No, but like,
Okay, one more thing with Smash before we move on. I just want to say, I hope that we get like a Callie and Marie concert stage with Smash. Okay.
okay, so that is something that I think would be. I mean, okay, so we have had Pokken tournament, right? That kind of did have, or didn't kind of, but it did have, real time battles and whatnot, like a fighting game sort of thing. So I'm wondering if we were to get this game and they were to change the combat somewhat, like maybe removing EVs or IVs or whatever they're called, like like all the statistical shit. Maybe removing that could be a thing, because I know somebody was talking about like that potentially happening. And if they would change around the combat system, would you guys? I'm just asking here because I'm a bit curious, based on what you guys think. Do you think if they were to do a more real-time strategy system like of gameplay, would you think it would be cool if you were to be able to like dodge stuff? Like, what I mean? Like, for example, if somebody uses Ember on you, or like somebody sends their Charmander and they use Ember, then maybe you're able to like dodge the move and like avoid it.
Imagine using the HD Rumble to feel like when it's coming too.
Yeah, that would be so cool. And that's like where I'm wondering.
Joy-Cons at the right time.
Yeah,
and they talked about like they want to innovate the gameplay, right? They want to innovate the gameplay itself. So I think that could be potentially a cool way to innovate it and change it. What I mean? It would be cool. I do wonder though how they could pull it off, because they wouldn't want to deviate too far away from the norm. I mean, what Pokemon is, if they deviate too far, they know they're going into territory that is very much like shallow water, which could be risking trouble for them in terms of like earnings and stuff and how people receive the game. So I guess it's just one of those waiting type of things, but I want to know again your thoughts, guys. Like, how would you want the battle system to work? Because I'm very curious.
That would be good, though. I remember reading about that actually, but the only problem is, how long will the battle last for then? If you're just going to be keeping on like dodging attacks and like that's just
unless balanced in some way.
Yeah.
I mean, think like Persona 5 kind of combat, right? I mean, like I mean, maybe remove remove like the idea of maybe dodging, but like instead of like how you. Yeah, exactly. Like a bit of like a coin flip type of thing. I mean, that would be cool. But like basically, if you have a move, you don't just like pick it and then it happens, right? Maybe you have to do something to make it work, or maybe you like spam it a few times and the Pokemon maybe runs up and then fires off a scratch attack or whatever. Or if you spam like the X button or whatever, then he's gonna charge it up and then boom, he's gonna blast it off at the enemy or whatever. Like something like that, basically, where you can just do something extra with the combat. Because
I would love that. Yeah.
Yeah, because like Pokemon is great, but like it's been exactly the same.
I think that if they were to try something new with the battle system and all that, that would be kind of a pretty radical change. I think that this would be the perfect game to start with as like a test kind of thing, because if the rumors are true, where we're just getting the original 151 Pokemon, then this might be a little separate from the series temporarily, so they can kind of isolate it and like we can see how this new battle system would work and if it would work moving forward. I don't know. I think that to mix it up, especially if we're going back to like Kanto, using the same Pokemon, all that.
So the way that I feel about it is I wouldn't mind a new battle system. I think I definitely agree with all of you that the battle system with Pokemon has been the same for the longest time. I don't want them to get rid of like the IVs and EVs thing, because I think that kind of makes the competitive scene like what it is, because of how like you have different spreads on all your Pokemon. But what I don't want them to do is, because of how we've been hearing about how it's going to be similar with Pokemon Go, don't add all the CP stuff and all of that to Pokemon.
Oh, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah,
but I think but I think what they meant was more to simplify it, because here's the thing, right? When you jump in as a brand new player, it can be a bit like intimidating trying to comprehend all these things, right?
Yeah.
Like I get it for the competitive scene, it is fantastic, but at the same time also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but VGC is very much everybody using the exact same teams, because there isn't really any variety, because you just go with like what is, in terms of spreadsheets, what works the best, right? You go with what works. And if everybody uses the same teams, it makes the competitive scene kind of boring. What I mean? It makes it just everybody using the exact same, set of Pokemon.
Yeah,
and what I'm thinking is, exactly. And what I'm thinking is, if they were to make a little bit of a change, doesn't have to be a radical change that like ruins the whole like way Pokemon works, but like make a minimalistic change where like people would not just have to look at every single like statistic and all that stuff for the Pokemon to be able to enjoy competitive play and that sort of stuff. Because that's where I feel like the big issue is for casual players, right, to get into things. That's why Pokemon Go is so popular, because it's so simple. Like I am a more fan of the complicated shit we have, to be honest, but I'm talking more in like the sense of, if they're going to try to market this for the biggest audience possible, and if it does have that Pokemon Go connection with quotation marks, then doing a simple, or not really simplified, but like a system where it's more approachable, easier, it would be way better than just, shoving all these IVs and EVs and all this stuff onto people's faces and being like, hey, understand it. It's not our job. It's your job to comprehend this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, at
So,
the very least, I would like some kind of like separate mode for the competitive players, and then like the players like me who just like to train up our Pokemon and like use our team that we bonded with and like battle online. Because I feel like online is like straight up like unplayable unless you spend like 25 hours, hatching eggs
Exactly.
and trying to get the
Exactly.
right nature. And,
Agree
like,
more.
I don't want to do that. That's not
why
my
I
thing.
mentioned
So I would like at least kind of a fun mode. Like how they have For Glory in Smash 4 and then they have For Fun. I would like that, but in Pokemon.
See, that's exactly why I'm mentioning it, because that's what a lot of people have an issue with. I have an issue with that. I barely play competitive because like I know for a fact I'll get my ass whooped because I'll be up against some dude from like Japan with like a team that's ridiculously strong, and I'll be like, well, dude, I have a Pikachu, so what's up? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I definitely agree with you on that. And also, just going back to Smash for the For Glory thing, can we add a 1v1 option in For Fun? Like, I don't understand why that's not a thing. That's just, it pissed me off so much in Smash on the Wii U. Like, for fun, like, if I just not want to play competitively, but just want to play for fun, why can't I do 1v1? I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why
I,
they
I
don't have
get
that.
that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Because it sometimes gets just too complicated with all four and
Yeah.
I hope too that with the servers in this new game, like it's like dedicated servers, not peer to peer.
That
That's
should be
gonna
what
be a
Nintendo's new
problem.
online,
That
though.
input lag and stuff that happens sometimes with Smash. It's better than Brawl for sure, but I hope that since with our new online service that we're getting, I hope that this online is like just as good as local this time around.
So I remember I was talking with my friend about how they could change the battle system in Pokemon Switch, and he was talking about how maybe they could do something where you're able to control like the accuracy of moves. And he was talking about like how whenever you use an attack, there's like a little dial or something, and there's like a certain
yeah.
spot where if you like press the button at the right time, that's when your attack will hit. And depending on what kind of move you use, the dial can be like bigger or smaller. So like if you're using like Zapcan, it'll be like a really small like spot where you can get the dial to land so that you hit the attack. But like you basically control like if the attack can hit or not. I don't know how.
One thing that I'm looking forward to seeing is like Pokemon abilities as well in like the battles. Like how you got like the standard like Overgrow, Torrent, and Blaze. Maybe they can implement something like that into the moves as well. I don't know. It's just like because like they increase the damage of the moves, and like with the Switch they could put some sort of improvement on the moves with that.
I mean, the thing that I think we can all agree on is they've definitely been working on making it easier and easier every time they keep making new Pokemon games. Like now we don't have to like memorize the type triangle anymore. We pretty much know, not a triangle, but just like the type chart, because they show you like what moves are super effective. They show you how many times the opponent has like raised their stats. You can see all that too. So I'm sure they're gonna keep trying to make it easier for people to understand the game.
Yeah. I still want that Battle Frontier though, and I still want to get whooped every single time when I get close to the Frontier break.
So do I.
Yes.
All right. So do you guys see any more interesting things in the chat? Interesting questions.
Just have a look.
All of the chat is
Scrolling through
interesting.
the chat.
That is true.
That's right. Okay.
You guys don't think Pokemon Switch will have like paid DLC, right?
I hope not.
I would hope
mean,
not for a
Like
game
not for
like
new
that.
Pokemon or something like that, because I don't think that would.
No,
be...
but I wouldn't mind if they did like new locations that were really extravagant and like because like they've always done that except with the third version. So if they just instead of doing a third version they did DLC, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think it's over for third versions now. Like they're gonna cost like the price of a console game now, and that's just gonna be ridiculous if they try to. Sell
Yeah,
it.
I feel like that would be really weird, honestly. If they continue doing the third versions, like it's even weird that we're getting like two versions with everything going on, because you can like have the multiple save files still with your Switch with the different accounts.
Actually, I think I saw a video on that where there's like a way for developers on the Switch to not be able to make you create multiple save files. So I'm pretty sure Game Freak's
Oh,
gonna
Game
disable
Freak's
it.
gonna do that.
You know they are. Yeah.
That would be so. Oh man, that would be such crap. Like that's one thing I'm looking forward to, because me and my wife both play Pokemon, so I was looking forward to not having to buy two versions just to play, but for us to both play the game.
Yeah.
I really hope they don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not looking, because I really think they're gonna be full price Switch games. I'm not looking forward to dropping $120. Have
Yeah.
two save files.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're definitely gonna do that. That's just how they make their money.
Okay. Oh well, someone said I don't know if this is true or not, but they said that Emily Rogers said that the rumor of having the only the original 151 Pokemon is fake.
All right, that's good.
So that's interesting. Yeah. Someone said, "I love you, Endgame the Cube." I love you too.
I mean, I'll say this: if Emily Rogers ends up being correct and we get a Pokemon Switch announcement this week, then her credibility goes up a lot. And she also did say that Smash Bros. Switch is gonna have a ridiculously unbelievable roster.
Oh God.
What's even more like ridiculous than Smash 4 though?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. She said like it's gonna leave you speechless. That's basically what she's saying. She said
Oh
I'm not gonna
my
spoil
God.
anything.
I don't.
But like,
I don't think I can handle
Piglet is
this now.
playable.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, is my mic supposed to work after
I
I'm
think
done
I'm going bald right now.
with that game?
The podcast that we're gonna have after E3 is gonna be ridiculous.
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh, dude.
There's gonna be so much
Oh
stuff
my
to talk
God.
about.
Oh, I don't think I'm ready.
Someone was asking, should they have gyms or trials? If I see trials, I'm literally done.
Yeah, bring back the gyms. Like, bye to the
They have
trials.
to come back, yeah.
You guys did that one, like, never again. Okay.
Yeah, like it was fun for Gen 7, but that's like its own thing. Like it's time to go back to gyms.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Emily Rogers, like, she has gotten some things wrong, but she's gotten a lot right, especially like really, really specific things that you just, like, I feel like people are dismissing her because of the fact that they don't want to go back to Kanto. Honestly, that's what I'm thinking.
I think
But
that's
we'll
the thing.
see.
I think that's the thing that people have to understand though, is like no industry insider is ever going to be 100% accurate. It's
Yeah,
either
exactly.
it's either you're going to
Yeah.
be right most of the time or you're not, and she's been right a lot of the times that she
Yeah,
says
like it
stuff.
would be foolish, in my opinion, to just dismiss what she's saying because she has gotten stuff right, and
Yeah.
this
Okay,
could very well end
so-
up happening. It could be
So
fake, but
I have a question about Emily Rogers because I'm familiar with obviously who she is and whatnot. I've seen her things and how she's right. But are there any big things that she tried to say that weren't true at all? Like
The
Mother
Switch.
3, I think.
The Switch. She knew everything about the Switch ahead of time.
Wait, are you saying what she got wrong or what she
Stuff
got
that
right?
she got wrong.
what
is
she
that-
got wrong that she said.
Yeah,
was
Mother
possibly
3.
Mother 3. Yeah, there you go. And also, what else? There was something else. There was
Splatoon being a port instead of a sequel, and I think
yeah.
she said that Mario Maker
Smash.
would come on the
Smash
system and it
also.
would be a port. So
No, she said
Smash
Smash will
being
come
a-
out this
No,
year.
no,
she was right about
No,
Smash.
Yeah,
she said Smash was going to be a port.
No, she said she
What if
wasn't
it
sure.
is?
No,
What
no,
if,
no,
like,
no,
what
yeah,
if
she
all
said-
of a
No,
sudden
the tweet said specifically port. I remember because I was
Yeah,
looking
but
at
later
tweet the
on
other
she
day.
clarified,
clarified.
that like,
I've-
before it was
yeah.
even announced that it could be a new game.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
okay.
Yeah.
Imagine the disappointment in everybody's face. Freaking, here's Smash Bros. Smash Wii U starts playing, and it's like Smash for Switch.
They can't do
Oh
that
my
after
God.
revealing.
I hope it has a
everything.
really cool new title. Like, I hope it's not Smash Bros for Nintendo Switch. I hope it has like
It
a
won't
really
be.
cool.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I get why they named it the way they did for 3DS and Wii U, kind of, because there's basically two versions of the same game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I get that, but this game it needs to have something good again, like some brawl, melee, whatever could
Yeah,
possibly
something
come
neat.
next.
You guys have any ideas?
Doesn't everyone say like Smash Bros what Dojo or something like that? I don't really have any ideas, honestly.
Dojo.
Someone said Rumble,
Rumble,
Smash Rumble.
nice.
Mm.
or maybe
Smash Bros.
Versus.
Super Smash Bros. Battle Royale. No.
Maybe like Versus.
Versus.
Super Smash Bros. Combat.
Super Smash Bros. War, as someone said in the chat.
I kind of have a theory that like the
Super
reason
Smash
why
Bros. Argument.
Super Smash Bros. Clash.
I feel like I kind of have a theory that the reason why everyone was saying like before all the industry insiders were saying that this was gonna be like a Smash 4 kind of port is because it had the whole roster of Smash 4, and so they assumed that this was just gonna be that, but like with some extra characters.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's gonna be a new game, and I think
Super
that
Smash Bros.
found a
Battle
way.
Royale, someone says.
Super
Definitely a new
Smash
game.
Sisters.
Super Smash
Goku
Bros.
for
Smash
Smash.
Oh, Goku. Oh, God, imagine.
Goku for
Whoa.
Smash. Yes, that would be insane.
Super Saiyan Smash Bros.
Ultra Instinct.
All the characters can go Super Saiyan.
Oh god.
Goku
Smash-
versus Ridley, 1 versus 1. Let's do it.
Final
Super
Destination,
Smash
no
Bros.
items.
Superstar. Oh, my.
Smash
Sora
Bros.
Smash-
Z. Nice. Super Smash Bros. Z. Haha.
Zed.
Super Smash Bros. 5 Melee.
What if they just called it
Kinda.
Super
Yeah.
Smash Bros. 5?
They could.
Didn't Sakurai say some weird stuff that's like totally wrong? Like where he was like, well, technically Smash Brothers 3DS is Smash 4, and then Smash Brothers Wii U is Smash 5, or something weird like that.
Yeah, like his
Didn't he say
naming,
something like that?
his naming goes a little bit different.
Like, come on, they're the same.
That's like saying Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is Mario Kart 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine like if we got like the 3DS stages and stuff like that? Like, I would love if we had like HD, all that.
If they would
Okay,
add the Smash Run mode, that would be cool.
Oh yeah, Smash.
Yeah.
I think Smash
I
Run
want
is
adventure
definitely the
mode
best one.
as well. Like maybe if they can't do like Subspace Emissary or whatever.
I think they have.
I
to.
loved adventure mode. That was my jam.
At this point, I think they I feel like they have to make some sort of adventure to really make up for the freaking Wii U's stupid Smash Tour, whatever it's called.
Those
looked
modes
hype,
were
and
the
then it
worst
turned out
I've
to
ever
be
seen.
bad.
Honestly,
It was the worst mode in the whole game, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Like at least the roster was like the best ever, but like those modes were just wrong.
Yeah, Smash 4 definitely lacked in regards to game modes.
Did you guys like
Yeah.
the Master Hand and Crazy Hand like orders thing that they had?
I actually did like those.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
those
were
are
pretty
cool.
funny.
They were good. They were right.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say? Frick, I forgot.
Someone said Super Reggie Bros.
That was hilarious, that movement to get Reggie in Smash Bros. I bet that was one of the reasons why they wanted to put Mies in, but I'm not sure. Because I think they actually had the roster finalized like way before that.
I think it was confirmed that the roster was finalized before they even began.
Yeah, long ago. It was so cool, like how they even said that like Greninja wasn't even like they had Greninja made like that day or something like that when like Sakurai was putting him in, like it was a fresh new Pokemon that wasn't even
Yeah, they
like,
said
shown
they
to the
had
public before
Greninja.
that.
They said they had Greninja in Smash Bros before he was in X and Y.
Yeah, that's a really cool thing.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that Mii Fighter trailer is one of the greatest trailers of all time. With like Reggie and Iwata fighting, that was so good.
It was definitely
good.
was really good. It was really hyped too. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's so funny how like lighthearted the Smash 4 trailers were, and now with Smash 5, it's it's like so dark for the first one that they did. Like,
I
dang.
feel like that's the perfect environment for Smash Bros. Though, to be honest, I don't really, not that I have a problem with how Smash 4 looked, but I think I'm probably one of the rare ones that kind of liked how Melee and Brawl were kind of more like a realistic looking than Smash 4, which is a lot more
Yeah.
colorful and cartoony. I think they should go. In my opinion, of course, I think they should go back to a little more realistic, not super realistic to the point where it's just washed out and nasty looking, but like a combination of kind of like what Smash 4 and maybe what Melee was. I think Brawl kind of made it a little bleh.
Yeah. Yeah, nice balance. I could see that happening.
So with the Smash 5 like teaser trailer that we got and how it showed like the Inkling girl and the Smash ball in her eye, do you think that's what we're gonna see for all the characters? Like that's the theme they're gonna go for the reveals?
I doubt it because I don't think at that point there would be any mystery then upon
Yeah,
like
that's what I was
watching
thinking.
the
Yeah.
video. Like we'd see them and it would be like, oh, that's Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I think that it will all have like a more serious tone, probably. Like you'll probably see like a more like if a character were to get in, like you might see ice climbers and maybe like they're struggling like trying to climb up and then something I don't know, like something like that. Like it's more serious and
I
it's
see like the final
gets-
smash on top and they smash it with their hammers and then they get sucked in.
Mm-hmm.
Now they should have just replay the same trailer they already did, the reveal. But at the end, when everybody's like in shadow, they just turn the lights on.
Oh,
You can see all
yeah.
the
Yes,
characters.
that'd be
You just see all the characters, yeah.
Everybody at
Oh, that
one
would be
time.
awesome. Yes.
Turns out we are all wrong about every single character.
I wonder if they'll just reveal all the characters like at E3, just because I don't know. We'll see. But with the way it got leaked last time, maybe they're just gonna be like, you know what? Like if this is gonna get leaked anyway, let's just drop it now.
Yeah,
We'll
well,
see.
let's not hope that doesn't happen
Yeah.
because
I don't
no,
want that to happen.
I like the like speculating on whether or not leaks are real or not when they actually like are like scarily, if that's even a word. Yeah, that's a word now. Scarily, when they're scarily like looking realistic, it's like oof. It's like is this game just ruined for me and I'm not gonna get any surprises anymore?
Oh gosh, remember that whole like saga where they had like someone got the 3DS version early and they leaked everything and people were saying Shulk was like a Photoshop Little Mac.
Yeah, I
Like, all
remember
that.
that.
Yeah, that was from the
I remember-
ESRB.
Yeah, that was insane. That was like one of the most crazy like moments I've ever
That
seen
was
like within
that was
Nintendo
such
community.
a crazy leak. I remember seeing it and I was like so skeptical, but then I remember like I was so into Smash Bros on Switch, excuse me, on Wii U at the
Mhm.
time, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I did so much research on those leaks and whatnot. And as soon as I saw the screenshots of the following week, it was a picture of I think Master Hand, and it had the same exact portrait, and I was like, oh my god, these are freaking real. That's when I
Yeah.
knew like we just had possibly the entire cast leaked to us, which I was hoping wasn't the case, but it was.
And then the
Mhm.
videos came out too of like gameplay.
I
Yeah, they got
know.
removed quickly. I
Yeah,
remember.
and then the ninjas like murdered the guy, and we
Yeah, and
haven't
that pretty
heard
much
from him
just
since.
confirmed it even more
Yeah,
because it just said claimed by Nintendo on the video whenever you click the link.
Yo, that
yeah,
man is that man is
so
buried right
crazy.
now.
Yeah, he's like very deep. Like poor guy.
Poor guy.
He's not even resting in peace. Like he's for the rest of his life, dude. Like it's bad.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
think in terms of the characters, I think that we're probably going to see more revealed at E3 than like before in the past. I think
I agree.
yeah, just the
Honestly,
reasoning
I
for
was
that is because like they revealed Smash on the Wii U and 3DS in at E3 in 2013, and then it came out holiday 2014. This year they revealed the game in March. It's probably going to come out sometime by the end of this year. So they don't have a lot of time to show us like all the trailers that they did before where they had like a new trailer with Nintendo Directs and just like how they were uploaded so spread out. Like I feel like they would have to
yes.
just show them at this point now.
Yeah, for sure, and especially if it might be coming out in like September with the online service. We don't know
Yeah.
for sure, but like that would make it even closer, like really close. So, I could definitely see a lot of
Was
characters.
was it just me? But when I watched Smash 4 trailer, I was way beyond hype. I almost like freaking died. But the three characters that they announced, I felt like at the time, of course, I felt like it just was little, not that much that was really announced on the first day. Like, yeah, we got Mega Man and Villager, they're huge, you know, and then we got Wii Fit Trainer later that day. Then we all laughed at that. And I just remember being a little bit disappointed that we didn't get more, but that was probably just me wanting to see everything on the
Oh
spot.
yeah,
But I
Mhm.
feel like
I
this. I feel like we're gonna get it kind of like how it was. And you remember Brawl? There was like 5 or 6 newcomer characters that were announced at E3. Do you think it's gonna be anything like that, or do you think it's gonna be more like maybe we'll get like 2 more newcomers revealed this E3, and then maybe another
I
one in the next 2 months or
I
something?
reckon just a
I
couple of
expect
newcomers.
nuclear bombs. Like I expect quite some announcements.
So I
I think
guess
there's gonna be a good quantity, good quality. All
They
that.
are gonna dedicate a good chunk of E3 to Smash Bros this year. So it's definitely not gonna be like E3 2013 where it was like, yep, here it is, and then they also had a early like I don't even know if it was like beta or alpha, whatever,
Mhm.
early gameplay of Smash Wii U with Mega Man,
Mm-hmm.
and that was
I
it.
remember
This
I
that.
year
think
they're gonna drop bombs.
I think the thing is you guys have
Yeah.
to give like an estimate. How many characters do you guys think are going to be added in this version of Smash? Like an estimate.
There's 58 characters, right, in Smash 4, or they're 56, something like
Yeah,
that.
it's close to 60 somewhere.
Yeah. I think we'll probably reach at the very. This is I. Emily Rogers, you better be right. Because like I want to say like realistically, I feel like we'll probably get at the most probably around almost 70-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be like
But
10 or
if
11 new
Emily
ones.
Rogers is legitimately like she thinks we're gonna be like absolutely mind blown, then who the hell knows? We might have like 80 freaking characters or something crazy like that.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I'm
not
thinking
too
between
many.
like I would say like 5 to 12 characters, something like
Yeah.
that. Actually, no, I would say 8 to 12. I'll you know.
Because I feel like what they'll do is at E3 they'll reveal a few characters, and then right before Smash comes out they'll have like a 50 fact extravaganza thing like they had with the Wii U, where they
Yeah.
reveal more characters and talk more about the game.
I think they'll want to keep someone surprised too, because they kind of try to
Yeah.
do that. But even though the whole thing got leaked, but I think that there might be some characters that we don't even see announced that we just have
Mhm.
to discover for ourselves.
I
And
That would
hope
be
they
cool.
do
That would be
that it
pretty
doesn't get
cool
spoiled.
if they decided to have unlockable characters. I think that definitely will be cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be so crazy. I don't think we're prepared for what they're about to announce for Smash Bros.
I'm not prepared. I tried to prepare myself, but that's not enough. I'm not
You
prepared.
can't be prepared after Cloud.
I'm
Yeah,
totally
there's
ready.
no-
Oh my god, dude, you can't be prepared after Mega Man.
Yeah, I remember like Cloud. I saw the space, and I'm like, all right, it's time for Wolf, and then I was just like, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Like with Pokemon, I think I'm pretty prepared. Like I think I know what to expect. Like with what's gonna go down. But with Smash Bros, I don't know.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Like
No,
especially since we have not gotten any leaks from this game, which is crazy to me.
I hope it stays
Like
that
it's
way.
playable, it's all ready for E3, everything. There's gonna be a tournament, and yet no one's been able to leak anything.
Nope. And that's a good thing that Nintendo's keeping their freaking security game up hardcore for this game, and I think they need to.
And for their E3 in general, I feel like there's just been almost no leaks.
Yeah, there was like
There's
I
been
think
Star
there's,
Fox, I guess you could say, but
yeah.
and some
There was
Pokemon
one.
stuff.
There was one leak, but it was pretty kind of basic, and I'm pretty sure it's confirmed fake by now. But I don't know. I haven't been really paying attention to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Did you guys also hear about how in the tournament that they're gonna have at E3 for Smash Bros, all the players that they've invited are gonna be able to are playing the game for the first time. They're not gonna have any like experience with the game at all.
That's
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
awesome.
they have no idea. They're
Like,
completely
yeah,
going
because I
blind.
feel like with the Wii U version, they had like I think someone said they had like 15 minutes to just test around before they actually like played in the tournament.
They're saying
I'm
they're
pretty sure.
being,
Okay,
like,
I
thrown
think they
in.
will. I think they will have something like that again for this tournament. Like, yeah, they will like pick your character and stuff like that. Because at that point, the announcement's going to be done, right? When is the tournament versus when the
Yeah, it's the evening of
The 12th, I
after
think,
their
June 12th.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
coming out
presentation like 9 a.m. Pacific
at
Standard
9 a.m.
Time.
Yeah, Pacific. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, at that point they kind of have seen it already, and I think they will give them around like 15 minutes. Just be like, yo, screw around for 15 minutes, and then yep,
I hope that
that's
they
your practice.
I hope that they confirm like a character there too. It was weird to me how it was weird to me how back in I think it was E3 2014, like when they had the same Smash tournament, they
Mhm.
didn't announce Pac-Man there. They just announced it behind closed doors, and then they
Yeah.
showed the like why if you were to do that in front of that whole crowd, like people would go
Woo.
Well, the
insane.
thing with
Yo,
Pac-Man
that
though,
crowd at freaking that stadium or whatever. Sorry, it would explode.
Yeah, people like you'd be deaf. For
yeah,
at
I
least
think
a
the
week
thing with
after that.
Pac-Man though was Sakurai had his own like developer like roundtable thing. I'm pretty sure where like
Yeah.
like the
And he
news
did
and
have-
Closed
media
doors.
would
He
go
also
there.
did have the playable demo at the time too of
Yeah.
Mega Man.
Yeah, if he does that at E3 this year, I'm sneaking it. No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at the tournament, like right before the tournament gets started, we'll probably see a new character. Maybe sometime within the tournament, like halfway or something. I think we'll see multiple
Yeah.
characters throughout the tournament.
Imagine if they're just playing and all of a sudden the siren goes off and it's like a challenger's approaching.
Yeah.
Like it goes dark just in the middle of them playing. And it's like, boom, something happens.
But yeah, I think definitely Smash is going to be the focus of E3.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
okay. You know what I just thought when you just said that is, what if instead of during while they're playing, because I mean I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do that, but what if like after one of the final matches when they go into like the semifinals, all of a sudden after the end of the match it just cuts to the siren and you just see a silhouette, and then next thing you know the person whoever won that game started fighting against that character, the newly the character
Yeah,
that
that would be
was
amazing.
announced right then and there.
Because everyone would be like surprised.
Oh man, not only
I reckon they'll do that. They probably will do that.
that would be
That's actually a
oh my
really cool
goodness.
idea. I love that actually.
The thing I liked last year about E3 was when they had those tournaments, they actually brought out the developers for a lot of them, and like you could play against them. And it was funny because I remember like a lot of the developers were so good at the games, so it was funny to watch all these people getting destroyed by them. I want to see Sakurai play against the winner of the
Yeah.
Smash Bros. Tournament.
Sakurai would just start like levitating and just like
Okay.
tie his hands behind his back and just whoop them.
Speaking of
yeah.
levitation, do you guys think that this game is going to be more physics related? Is it going to be more like melee, or is it going to be kind of like balanced like Smash 4 was?
I think Smash 4.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they'll go even more towards the melee thing, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
wouldn't
sure.
mind
We'll
seeing
see.
Melee.
I wouldn't mind
I
seeing
don't
it
think it'll be a
going
melee
little bit
clone, but-
faster. Because I remember I
Yeah.
just played Brawl again recently, and honestly, I didn't really feel too much of a difference. And I guess that's just because I'm so used to just both of them in general. I don't play melee too much, so I don't think they should go
You didn't
as
see how
fast
floaty
as
it was?
melee.
Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe they might do a slightly Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. Never mind.
I'm just
Continue.
hoping they make it just a little bit faster. Like it's still a little slow.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they'll change the physics in a little bit, some ways.
Yeah.
This is another like random kind of thing, but do you guys think that we're gonna get another Brawl type announcer like Super Smash Brothers? Or like, do you think it's gonna be
I
going,
mean, we
like,
already
Melee
kind of
and
had that,
64?
right?
There's a new one in every game, though, right?
Yeah, we already had
Yeah,
that with
there
like
is.
Smash 4.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like, you think we might get another replacement instead of like.
Well, I mean, like,
Big guy.
because when they casted for Smash 4's announcer, they literally told him, sound like the Brawl announcer, pretty much.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna let
So
him
you think
kind
they
of
might replace
go
him?
like Melee or go their own route this next time?
Well, Brawl and Smash 4 had really good announcements. Maybe this was so like 2000s, just like kind of like quirky. I feel like.
Do you really think? I thought I kind of feel the opposite for myself. I
Oh,
think
you do?
that Brawl was okay, and honestly, I started laughing when I heard some of Xander Mobus's like Bowser Junior. When I heard that, I was like, oh, he started joking. And I think eventually he was interviewed and he admitted to he started having fun with them and stuff. And I understand that, that's cool, but I kind of want Smash Bros to be a little bit more serious than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just a small thing. It doesn't matter to me if it is. It's not.
So I guess in terms of the music in
I guess
Smash
we'll
Bros.
see. Has the guy made any comments? I mean, I'm sure he probably hasn't, but like, has he even made any hints at like returning?
No,
I don't think
he's
so.
Yeah.
the last real interview or anything of him was back almost when Smash 4 came out.
Yeah.
But I doubt he'll be the same
It's
one.
so cool that he voiced like the Persona protagonist. Like,
Oh,
Persona
did he?
5. Yeah. It's like the main guy.
Dope.
Yeah.
So I guess this is a little bit random too, but in terms of the music for the new
So
Smash,
what is the number one character that you guys are vouching to like be in this game?
Oh man, there's too many of them.
number
Yo,
one
after those
character?
the Simon Belmont and the Ridley and everything, I want Simon Belmont in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simon
might
would be
too.
really cool.
That's
I like the way I think he would work really well with his already established moveset. I think it would blend pretty well with Smash.
Definitely so. I mean, he's been in so many games, and even if they can't just come up with something with just Simon Belmont, there's so many other Belmonts and other Castlevania characters that they could easily make a moveset for.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess the one thing is in
Poor
terms of
Bomberman.
like
If
in terms
if
of like
they get-
the music
not.
in the game, do you guys want it to be like an orchestrated music track from like Brawl, or do you like want one from like Smash 4?
Maybe they can mix it up with a bit of both, really. Like if they go back to some of the old stages, play like extra music, just like for the nostalgia feeling. But
Mm-hmm.
it depends, really. Like maybe, that's hard.
But yeah,
Probably
I think
probably mix it up.
That makes me
yeah.
think of Pokemon now. Like, do you guys think the music will be orchestrated there?
That's
too?
what I was just thinking. Like,
Yeah,
I
I was
hope
just thinking,
so.
like,
like, maybe,
oh.
like maybe some sort of like symphonics feel to it. I don't know.
Lavender
love
Town
that.
orchestrated.
Yes. That's like the whole reason to remake the whole game. That's why. I would love if they did like some electronic inspired stuff too, with like Guzma's theme is so good. Like, could you imagine like an electronic kind of version of that? That would sound so good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
Yeah, what were you saying?
so yeah, what did you guys say for like what characters you wanted? Someone said Simon Belmont, and then
Yeah, that was Ghostly Gaming.
you guys have any other suggestions or like characters you want?
I think the only character that I like genuinely like really need is Ice Climbers.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah,
for
that's-
for newcomers, I mean, if I had to pick a couple, like it would probably be like now I really want Eevee, like with some kind of evolution incorporation.
yeah, I think
That
that
would be
was
so weird and cool.
I was just thinking
And-
about what you guys were saying actually about how like Eevee could like implement the original like Kanto evolutions. So maybe
Yes, love that.
someone was saying earlier about how they want Jin from Tekken as well, like a mixture of like Goku, Jin from Tekken, some more Street Fighters as well. But I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know
didn't
about-
even
I don't
know.
I don't know
see
if they
someone
know-
from.
I
I
wanted to.
want to see someone from Arms get in.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think that's
definitely.
without a doubt. I think definitely an
That
Arms
was nice,
character is
yeah.
without a doubt going to be in the next Smash Bros. Because I feel like Arms got popular enough to where it has a fan base. So yeah, I could easily see that.
I can imagine like a trailer with like the Arms characters trying to like climb with the ice climbers or something. Since they have their big head.
That'd be a
That'd be
good one,
neat.
actually. Yeah.
So do you think it'll just be one character from Arms, or do you think they could just do the thing with Bowser Jr. and have palette swaps for all the other ones?
I hope they just do the main two, like the guy and the girl that are kind of like
Ribbon
same,
Ribbon
basically.
Girl
It's
and
kinda easy,
Springman.
really.
Springman. I feel
Yeah.
like definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like they
Yeah, I
would they
didn't
will
even-
take up the same spot though, like just like split the Inklings are
Olimar
gonna do
and-
most likely.
I
the
hope they
other
fix
guy.
that too, though. I don't want like Lucina and Marth to be separate and Dr. Mario and Mario to be separate.
Mhm.
I feel
I
like
get why, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it's they need to, it's not like it's not like they take too much time to make those character slots. It's not like they steal from other characters, but I do agree that I think that they should just be, just character swaps. There's no reason to have one that's obviously better than the other. Like for
Yeah.
example, Dr. Mario is obviously not as good as Mario, so
someone said a character
Dark
from
it.
Sushi Striker.
Sushi Strike. Oh, that would be neat.
Like,
That'd
I mean,
be a
I
neat
feel like they
little
would do it
character.
just to promote that game.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be neat.
Yeah.
There's one. Oh yeah. I would imagine if they did like the Pushmo character or something. That's like a more like character, like underrated, I guess.
I want to see what the surprising like retro character is gonna be. Like last time was definitely Duck Hunt Dog, but I want to see what it'll be this time.
Yeah, that would be neat.
hmm.
I wonder. It wouldn't be retro, but like Nintendo Labo would be. It's like the next weird character. It wouldn't be retro, but at the same time, it would be based around like, Nintendo hardware and Nintendo Labo, man. Yeah.
Did you guys see that concept that somebody made of Nintendo Labo, the guy? I don't know if he has a name or
Yeah.
not, but the Nintendo Labo guy
Yeah.
spinning the Joy-Con around and stuff. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are saying Knuckles, Shadow,
Yeah.
Thanos. Thanos. Can you imagine? What did it
That was
cost?
like semi like relevant. Like, oh, this is Knuckles and Shadow.
And then Thanos.
Thanos.
That just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had to pick like a 3, it would probably be Eevee, Ice Climbers, and Ridley. Forgive me, but I want to see Ridley
It's
happen.
possible.
And I feel like
It is
it's so
possible.
weird that like, because I'm already happy with like the characters that we're gonna get, like Villager and Pac-Man. Like those are my two like the kings, right? So
Mhm.
all I need now is like Ice Climbers, and I'll be complete, and the rest is just a bonus. So I'm figuring like let's do something weird like Ridley or Eevee, something that we wouldn't expect.
Yeah. I also want
Yeah, I
Wolf
didn't
to
e-
come back.
Yeah,
I
well,
didn't
Oh,
even know
yeah.
I wanted Toad until one of you guys mentioned it earlier, but I really want Toad.
yeah. I really hope Toad comes.
Thought about
It'll
it.
make sense.
Let's do it.
You know what would be
Oh.
funny for a reveal for Toad would be to have obviously this would probably happen after E3. It's Peach would pull out Toad, and then Toad would just pop out of Peach's arms and just beat the crap out of her.
Oh my god.
I would love that.
Yeah,
That'd be
That would be
perfect.
amazing.
man. New Donk City is gonna be such a pretty stage of that, because that has to happen. It's like the stage, kind of like Delfino Plaza was the stage, and Peach's Castle was the stage, and that represents.
Maybe they could do
Those-
like a moving stage though,
like
where it
in
like
Mario.
switches between the kingdoms.
Yeah, you never know.
Like you could go to the
Oh.
moon, and then come back and go to some other. places.
With anti-gravity and for fun mode.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask this a while back, but I had lost my train of thought. Do you guys think it would be better to bring back, like, let's say, for example, the N64 stages and whatnot, but not the way they appeared in the game? You know how Brawl did it? I mean, Brawl did it too, but Brawl and Smash 4, how they kind of just basically threw them in there without any new textures or anything. Do you guys
Yeah.
think they should do what Project M did and make them like HD remakes of the old school stages?
That could be cool, but I think I would rather have new stages and just
New stages, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
maybe
I mean,
like
I hope
separate
if
section.
they
for
were to
them.
bring them back,
Actually-
though. I'm not saying like strictly like obviously those ones. I'm saying like if they were to bring them back to actually redo them properly.
Yeah, they
As long as
could.
it wouldn't take away from any new stages, I don't think I would mind that.
They could be in like a separate category for the stages, really. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Now that I think about it, like there's not a lot of the Pokemon stages are terribly interesting. Like I hope we get something really cool for a Pokemon stage in this game.
I want to get Saffron City back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want something cool from Kanto, since we're getting these remakes. all that, or reboot. I don't know.
Professor Oak's lab.
That'd be quite cool, actually.
The top of Indigo
I know.
Plateau.
I want a Hoenn stage though. Like, how is there? There's never been a Hoenn playable character or a Hoenn like stage. I mean, there's Rayquaza as a boss character in Brawl, but that doesn't really count. Like, I
Oh,
want
you know what they could do? Maybe like Sutopolis's gym. So like you're fighting. If you break through the ice, you go down to low level and you start fighting
Oh
there.
yes, that would be
That'll be
That's
quite
actually
good.
really creative.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Pokemon stage in the Wii U version was pretty boring, though, right? It was just the Pokemon League, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, like it's,
Yeah.
I feel like the
They should
Pokemon
just spice
stage,
it up a bit,
I feel like
isn't it?
there's so much potential for the Pokemon stages, but they kind of always go with a more simple kind of, area.
Wonder why that is. That really interests me. Like, why is that? There's so much potential, but they're not taking it.
Yeah. It's weird.
I remember I tweeted about this. I said, can we have a stage where you're in Ultra Space, like traveling through different wormholes,
Oh yeah.
and then have
Yes.
Ultra Necrozma's theme playing in the background? 'Cause
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be cool.
But yeah, I think we can probably just answer a few more viewer questions and then probably wrap it up. If you guys want
Let's
to.
see.
Or we could keep going as
People
long
are
as you
saying
want.
that Ruffled Rowlet died.
Yeah. Someone needs to revive Ruffled Rowlet.
People are saying use a revive on him. Potions.
My neighbors literally want to kill me.
His neighbors Oko'd him.
Pretty much, yeah.
Someone said Brock's
I was
chin.
wondering why he was whispering.
Tell your
Yeah,
neighbors that you're
Brooks.
getting ready for Pokemon. They'll understand.
Yeah, if they can't handle you now, how are they going to feel when you're reacting to that direct?
I know.
They can suck my nipples. I don't care.
There's an image.
Okay, Pokefloats is actually kind of cool. That's a cool stage in my opinion. Isn't it controversial?
Oh, did you share the image?
A lot of people hate it, but I think Pokefloats is neat. Let's see. We're scrolling.
Someone said Funky Kong in Smash. What do you guys think of that?
Yup.
I think there's a
Do
chance.
it. Donkey Kong needs another character, and like I feel like Funky Kong would be the most fun and unique. Like he's
Diddy Kong
awesome.
is all we need.
Have a
Donkey
surfboard,
Kong-
have him whack people with the surfboard. Like let's go.
I think specifically for Donkey Kong series, I've always wanted to see Dixie Kong, and everybody always says that she'd be a Diddy Kong clone, but she has her hair, which could easily make her own moveset.
Yeah.
That would be funny. It would be like what doesn't Bayonetta like use her hair for some stuff?
Well, I think her whole entire powers are set around her hair.
Yeah, so
she makes, like,
maybe,
limbs pop out
wig
of her
twins.
hair.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You guys definitely think they'll nerf Bayonetta, though, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
Or change
I
her
feel like-
moveset at the very least.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like I feel like I can't really say whether or not they'll nerf or buff anybody because I'm hoping that most characters do have something new to them instead of just taking what was from Smash Wii U and just changing the aesthetics or whatever, just the frame data, whatever. I really do hope that there is kind of like what Melee did with the original, how like all the most of the moves were like refined and kind of reworked in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Oh, someone said, "Do you think we can get the Breath of the Wild champions in Smash?"
Ooh.
Oh, that'd
I
be
could
interesting.
see that. I could see like maybe one of the champions, or like all of them coming together for Link's new final Smash. Like Breath of the Wild, Link could have the
I think
does that whole thing.
Yeah, I think that's probably
Yeah.
the more likely option.
Yeah.
Or
That sounds like that's a
yeah.
really good idea too. Like to bring all of them together for his final Smash. It's way better than the thing he has now, where he just pretty much zaps forward and just destroys everybody or destroys the person he's
Agreed.
targeting.
Someone was asking, how do you think they're going to incorporate not having grass encounters anymore in Pokemon, if that's the case?
Oh, I personally would love it if random encounters were just gone and we just saw them in the overworld. I wouldn't.
So would
just
you,
go
would
up to
you
them as
want
well.
shiny Pokemon?
I
to
think it
appear
would
in
make the
overworld?
world just feel so much more alive. I think that would be awesome.
Do you think
I would-
shinies
yeah.
would appear in the overworld too, though?
I would think maybe, yeah. And you'd start like bolting for it if that. Oh God, could you imagine if like you see the shiny Pokemon and then like another Pokemon runs into you and like cancels it
Yeah,
out?
like, that's
oh
what I was
my
thinking.
God, I would be
Oh,
so
yeah.
mad.
And then-
That'd be so cool.
Or like it's like in
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild, where like if you're chasing a pig or something, it just disappears after a while.
Oh my God,
Like that would be so terrible.
Oh my gosh.
a shiny pig.
I always I always get anxiety at like the beginning of the Pokemon games when like you don't have the Pokeball, but like you don't have your Pokeballs yet, and like you could run into a shiny
Oh,
Pokemon
that
any
happened
minute.
to me
That's
once.
the worst.
That
No
happened.
It
way.
was
I
it was in Fire
done.
Red. I was delivering Oak's parcel back, and I ran into a shiny Rattata, and I couldn't catch it.
Oh man, that's like what happened in It's like what happens during the tutorials as well. Like sometimes you can Gianna,
Mm-hmm.
like in Pokemon Ruby and Alpha and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Wally finds a shiny Routes.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Let's read what they're saying.
Someone's saying more female characters in Smash Bros. We need Lynn. That's the answer there. Or some other female characters, probably Dixie Kong.
Yeah. Let's see.
Other female characters?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Amy
what other-
Rose.
Yeah.
Ooh. Man, I feel like the Breath of the Wild stage in Smash Bros is gonna be really crazy. Like, that's gonna look
It's
so
gonna be
good.
really
It
good.
just goes through like different
Yeah.
locations in the game.
Yes.
Like you're at Hyrule Castle, then you're at the Great Plateau.
And one of like the stage hazards could be those what are they called? Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the names. But you know what I'm talking about? Like those big things that chase after you and have the laser beams and they're huge.
The
Guardians.
Guardians.
Yeah.
Not Sentinels,
Guardians? Yeah. Have those as a stage hazard. That would be
Yeah, and then
hilarious.
and have that music start playing, and then you just know you're gonna get screwed.
Yeah, you know you're done for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Imagine like during the tournament that happening. Like the Smash tournament they're doing E3, that'd be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Someone said they could do encounters like in Go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking that they were saying when they were saying catching Pokemon is like Go.
I feel like the only thing that they meant from that is like that they're gonna appear in the overworld.
Mm.
Like I don't think it's gonna be like you're forced to use motion to catch them or anything like that.
And then maybe that's
Yeah.
when you'll be able to project whether or not if it's a shiny Pokemon.
Nintendo Nite Smash Tourney. Ooh.
The Smash tourney with 6 people.
I'm down.
Someone told Ruffle Rowlet to convert his neighbors to the dark side of Pokemon owners. Twintel.
Lara Croft.
Squid Sisters. Yeah.
I've noticed a pattern where a lot of the time when a character comes in IP with their first time being there, they don't really get like any others other than that, and then with their next appearance, they get a second representation. Like for example, Pit ended up in Brawl for the first time, and then with the next game, we got Dark Pit and Palutena. I've noticed that's kind of a pattern. So maybe with the next game, Smash 6 will get the Squid Sisters. I don't know. Should Mega Pokemon come back? I actually feel like with Pokemon Switch, like with these games, we could get Mega Evolutions again because if
Yeah,
you watch
I want them
Pokemon
to
Origins,
return. Yeah.
they wrote like Mega Evolution into Kanto, into like the universe of Kanto. So I could see them doing that.
Remember the whole Pokemon Origins episodes where they had the Mega Charizard at the end?
Yeah, that was so good. Pokemon Origins.
That's the
like
only
that-
time I watched
that-
like the Pokemon anime after like 5 years.
Yeah, it was so good. Like it actually made. That's what like ever since then I've kind of wanted to go back to Kanto again, just because of how good it was. Honestly.
So I think someone was asking like, we're pretty much expecting a Pokemon announcement sometime this week, and people were talking about how Memorial Day is on Monday, I think. So do you still think it's possible to get an announcement on that day?
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see what happens because obviously it probably won't matter for most of the world other
Yeah,
than
'cause it's
but
just
America
for-
is
just
such
for
a
the
huge
US.
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's like Canada that's not going to be with it. Europe's not going to be with it. Japan's not going to be with it. Like all around the world, it's like so. I don't think it would be a huge deal if they were to announce it on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we do get an announcement, it'll probably be like Monday slated for Tuesday or Tuesday slated for Wednesday.
Yeah, I think the second one makes the most sense to me. Tuesday to Wednesday.
Yeah, after like everyone's coming back from Memorial Day weekend and they had fun time and it's like summertime kind of unofficially, and then you get Pokemon Switch to celebrate the
That's the best moment.
yeah.
Someone's asking new flying evolution for the game.
I hope we get some kind of new evolution. I doubt we will, but like I don't know. I hope they do something to make picking Eevee more interesting, and something to make picking Pikachu more interesting too. Like if you were to pick the Pikachu version, I hope there's something there.
So
And
you
I feel
guys,
it's about time for new evolution.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
been long enough.
I would love a flying type one.
So you definitely think if it's Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, then the starters that we're gonna get are Pikachu and Eevee in the game, right?
Or what?
Yeah, I
Pikachu and
think
Eevee?
That the
Oh
starters
yeah,
are gonna be Pikachu and Eevee.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And then it'll be like Yellow, where you could probably find the other three somewhere in the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, I hope I can get because oh man, I love Squirtle. Squirtle's my starter. I need Squirtle again.
I just
You're my
hope
new best friend in game. Squirtle forever.
Yes.
I just hope the Pikachu that we get is maybe a little bit stronger than a normal Pikachu or something. Because I don't know. In terms of like an Eevee evolution, I feel like Pikachu's definitely weaker, right?
Yeah.
Like
And I feel like they're both gonna have some sort of weird, like I don't know, little gimmick with them that makes them more special than a normal Pikachu or a normal Eevee.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
thinking.
don't know what yet.
Yeah.
But
Really hope so. Kind of like Red's Pikachu is pretty special in Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Yeah.
We did some stuff to make that Pokemon better than usual.
Mhm.
So hope that we get something like that too. Anything else? Let's look through the chat some more.
I mean, if the chat provides questions, we can keep going. If not, we'll
That's
probably
right.
wrap it up.
Rumor that you choose from Kanto starters and are gifted.
Pikachu or Eevee, yeah.
If you
I
could
heard
put
about
one third-party franchise and one first-party Nintendo franchise together, what would you choose?
Oh, there's so many possibilities. There's Mario and Sonic, which are most basic, but like, it's kind of insane that we got Mario and Rabbids before Mario and Sonic.
Let's put Fortnite
Wow.
and Splatoon.
I still have
Fortnite and Splatoon. Okay.
I still have high hopes that Sonic and Mario will get a true game together, but I really don't know how that could even work anymore.
I think you guys are forgetting Mario and Sonic at the Olympics.
No, I'm not forgetting that.
Like a
Fair
real
enough.
crossover.
Like an adventure game, like instead of
Yeah.
Like a real game, yeah. Like I like
Oh,
the
those
I like
games
the
weren't
first
adventure.
and the second one, the Olympic Games, and the Winter Games. But after that, I was just like, okay, yeah, okay.
what Pokemon do you guys want to see Mega Evolve?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Shrek.
Make a Shrek.
I want to
Oh,
see
so
a Mega
some new
Machamp.
Mega Evolution ideas.
Mega
Make
Machamp.
Electivire, maybe.
If we're just
Yeah,
limited to
yeah.
Kanto probably because it's Let's Go. Ooh. Imagine if like you could Mega Evolve Eevee and Pikachu, and that would make them better.
That's where that Gorochu comes in.
Yeah, it'd be something like that, but instead it would be like a Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
That could be what makes them special. That'd be weird. Like you get it as a starter. I don't know. Like you literally get it right from the beginning. And then you find out the powers of it later on.
Somebody asked if we think there's gonna be any more details at E3 about Octo expansion.
I think so, yeah.
Probably. We'll probably see it played during the Treehouse Live too.
Yeah, I'm
They'll
thinking
like,
it might
we have
just
a
be,
new
like,
world
strictly,
premiere.
like,
Like we're gonna tell you this during the Treehouse Live at this time.
Yeah, because the release
like
date got
might
leaked for
be,
it.
like, I think it might
really?
just be like
Yeah,
strictly
it's coming out
the
on July
shot.
13th, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was an
my God.
official, I think, Nintendo Facebook account that like posted it early, and then it said the release date was July 13th,
Nice.
which is a little later
Okay,
than I
so-
expected, but
Yeah. At least it'll still be kind of like midsummer. So.
mhm.
Cool. Okay, with the third-party crossover thing, I just remembered like this will never happen because it's just like no. But like I would love Pokemon and Persona. So much.
That'll be interesting to see how it works.
Pokemon and what? Sorry.
Pokemon and Persona.
Oh, Pokemon and Persona. I haven't played any of Persona, admittedly, and I don't really play too much Pokemon, so I'm not really too sure what I think about that. But I know they're both relatively in the same game category, so I could see that being a thing.
Yeah. The only
As in,
problem is
you know,
that
I could see it
Persona is
happening.
not kid-friendly and Pokemon is, and so I don't know if they would want to combine those. But
That's why the first thing you're gonna hear about when that Pokemon Direct comes up is rated M for mature.
and you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
Game Boo brought up a good point, saying, didn't they say that there was a big announcement coming for Splatoon 2? And I feel like that was an article, like, I think I read it, like, a few weeks ago. They said, like, right before the week of E3, they had some big Splatoon announcement that they're still planning that's unrelated to Octo Expansion.
Yeah, that was weird. And then
did they?
Nintendo was like, hey, that's fake. But then
Yeah.
the magazine's like, no, it's not. We're gonna announce something.
Yeah, I remember reading that up too, that they were gonna announce something. I thought they may have done that by now, though. I thought that was supposed to take place this month.
Yeah,
They
I
gave
don't.
a date, I think. It was, like, June 9th or something like that.
Yeah, that's really
Oh,
weird.
was
Like,
it?
I feel like there might
Oh.
still be something to that, even though Nintendo said it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's still like, they might be just being like, oh, we didn't mean for that to get
Splatoon Battle
announced.
Royale.
Yeah. Let's see. Someone's asking what. Oh God. Okay,
Pokemon
what new Animal Crossing features would you guys like?
Oh wait, which one? I'm sorry.
The Nintendo Trolls asked, "What new Animal Crossing features would you guys like for Animal Crossing Switch?"
Oh my
if that
god,
were
I
to
have a whole
happen?
video on that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I have so many amazing ideas. I hope that with this game, like if we do get Animal Crossing Switch soon, I do hope that it's like very innovative and fresh, like New Leaf was. Like it's a big leap, because there has been a pattern within the series where, like, for example, Wild World happened and then City Folk happened, and City Folk was like really similar to Wild World. They even had like the same hourly music and everything. So I hope that we get like new soundtrack and new features, and this is like a big fresh start, just like New Leaf was.
Same,
With,
yeah.
Animal
That's
Crossing.
exactly how I
Yeah,
feel.
yeah. One idea which I've been talking about on Twitter for the past few months is bringing back the city, but in a big way. So like you can live in an apartment, and so you can choose like, okay, I want to live in an apartment or a house, or you could choose both if you become really rich, and you
That's a
could
good
have
idea.
like your own, yeah, like, and you can have your own, like, they can make a new character that like you have to, I guess, pay rent to or something like that.
That
and
would
then
be really
interesting.
actually
Yeah,
haven't heard anybody say anything like that. That's super, super interesting. That's a really good idea.
thank you. And oh my god, I just unplugged my headphones and now they're back in, so now I can continue talking. But yeah, so like apartment, there's one other feature that I happen I want the transportation, like when we're first entering the game, I want to be on an airplane instead of,
That would be
like,
cool.
yes, because we've gotten taxis, buses, trains. So I think the next step would be, in my opinion, an airplane, and that would look so cool. Like that's your first kind of thing that you
That would
see
be
on the
really
TV in HD. Yeah.
The
That'd be
big
cool.
thing that I've said in almost every single one of my videos that I still get questions about to this day is like about an online lobby, whether or not I want that. And I think that if they bring back the city, if they're not going to go with your idea, which that sounds almost better, but I really do think that they should incorporate the city for like an online lobby, so you can meet people online, like just like a normal lobby. You know how like Dragon Ball Fighter Z, they have like a lobby of like 64 people.
Oh yeah,
Saying
yeah.
maybe they should have one with like maybe 16 or 8 people or something like that, and you could just talk to them if you wanted to. It's just a lobby.
That would be awesome.
Maxie down in chat was just asking if we think that the new Animal Crossing will have some sort of integration with I guess the phone app, and I believe that it will in some way, some shape or form.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Definitely.
do think they will definitely have some sort of integration with that.
Yeah, they even mentioned that the Animal Crossing, it was very strange. I think they found some data though in like New Leaf, so maybe they were talking about New Leaf. But a couple of years ago, when they brought up Animal Crossing Mobile, they said it was going to work with Animal Crossing games on dedicated gaming platforms.
Yeah.
And they said, like when they were asked about it recently, I think it was at the investor meeting, they said they basically dodged it. They didn't confirm. They said that we haven't ruled it out, which could mean that they're using this in Animal Crossing Switch to some degree.
Yeah, I really do think that that's strictly what they're going to use it for. Do you guys think that they're going to do something like, I think if I remember correctly, City Folk did this where you can import your character from Wild World into City Folk?
Oh yeah, that
Do you
was
think they're
cool.
going to do that with New Leaf and this game, or do you think that that's just not going to be an option?
Maybe you could do it, and I think that they're gonna have character customization in this game too. because I think they had it in Happy Home Designer.
They
So
did.
if they had it then, then I think that we're gonna get that, and this game is one of the features.
Yeah.
So I think that maybe you could like bring that character in, and then you could even customize them a bit, like update the way they look or something like that to fit the new game. I don't know, but maybe we'll see. One thing I really hope. Wait, what?
I was just gonna say that if they did have that, I fear because the 3DS community is, from what I can see at least, a lot of 3DS owners now have hacked systems and whatnot, and it's really easy to hack Animal Crossing. I've done it already
I did
several
it.
times.
Yeah, I did it. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like if that's gonna be the case, there's gonna be a lot of people coming to the town with just freaking buttloads of cash and can just pretty much buy their way out of everything. So
Yeah.
if I were to choose myself whether or not I wanted it to be back, I would say no. But if it comes back, then cool.
Yeah. One thing I really hope that we have too is like a trading system, so we can actually like kind of like Pokemon, except with like furniture. So if you want to trade like one piece of furniture for another, you can do that instead of like dropping stuff on the ground and then picking it up. Like I would like some kind of way to auction things off or trade things.
I thought that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I also think that they should probably have some sort of trading system, and I feel like there should be like an option for when you have your town open and whatnot for other people. There should be more options for online play, as in like if you want to kick a particular person from your town, if you want to allow them to touch anything in your town, minus
I agree.
fishing and bugs and stuff like that. That's
Yeah, I
something
was
that
gonna say
New
that
Leaf
too, yeah.
is just so annoying.
Yeah. Like people
I
will
used to
run
do-
over and chop your trees. And
Yeah,
flowers. Like, I want to
not
turn that
only
off.
not only that, but I used to do these streams about me just giving people items, and there would be times where people that I had friend requested, they would come to the town, and I told them, "Don't come to the town because I need other people to come now." And yet here they were showing up, and I couldn't do anything about it other than closing the whole gate. So I was just like, that needs to be a feature.
Yeah, we need definitely more like restrictions that we can put on people, because like I work hard on my town, so if someone like griefs, like just starts destroying my flowers and chopping down my trees, there's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. I mean, I think the last time I looked at my count time for Animal Crossing, like my original game, it's around 14 or 1500 hours. So I definitely have done a lot of stuff to my town that I don't want people messing up.
Wow, is that New Leaf that you did?
Yes, New Leaf.
Wow, yeah.
People are asking, are all 6 people still here?
I'm actually a bit in shock right now. There's thunder and lightning. What the heck's
Oh man,
maybe Game Freak's cooking up some good stuff for us. I don't know. And they're unleashing the thunder outside. Oh my God.
That's Gorochu right there.
it's all right
Yeah.
though. I'm from California. We don't see those on a regular basis. Maybe like once a year.
It's,
Oh, you're in California? I am too. Yeah,
it's
that's
sunny here in
nice,
Pennsylvania right now.
yeah. It's literally like it's so boring. Like, but it's fine though. Like, because we're always like pretty safe because the weather's never insane. It's like it's pretty cloudy though here in May, but we never get anything.
Yeah, it is a little cloudy out right now.
Yeah,
Someone was
it's like
asking,
cloudy
do
in
you
like
think...
May and June, and then it's like 1,000,000 degrees for like July through like December.
So here's might be something, but I don't know how if they can make this work or not. But I'm gonna ask anyways. Do you think there's gonna be any way for Animal Crossing Switch to have a real-time weather type thing?
Oh God, I would love that.
Not real time, but I think they could just do what they did in Breath of the Wild, where it like alternates.
Well, they kind of already do that though already in a sense.
Maybe in a way where you could control it or something.
Oh my gosh, imagine if they made like a weird new character where like you can go talk to him. He's like this mad scientist, and he has a machine that can change the weather, and you can like pay him to change the weather whenever you want. That would be so cool.
That would be cool, but the only thing I have to say against that is then it wouldn't really be like a challenge to get these like the specific weather specific fish and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just wanted it, you could just be like, "Yo, make it rain." Be like, "Hell yeah."
Yeah, that's true. But sometimes like when I'm like if it's, for example, if it's Halloween, like make it like a thunderstorm or something like that to make it spooky. Or if it's like Christmas, I want it to snow. So
Oh yeah. Another thing, one of my viewers asked me in a Q&A video was if I thought that you should change clothes based on the weather. If you don't, you'll get sick depending on the weather. So if it's real
that
hot,
would be hilarious.
you need to dress in like shorts and stuff. Otherwise, you'll get like I don't know, dehydrated or something.
Yeah, and then pass out and end up on your house floor
Exactly.
like when the scorpions and stuff.
And then when there's like a snowstorm or like snow or rain, you need to dress for the occasion. You need to have an umbrella. If you don't, then your character could get sick.
wrap up. Yeah.
that'd be
I thought that was a
awesome.
really cool idea.
Yes, love that. Animal Crossing's so good. It's too good for this world.
I could go on and on and on about my love for Animal Crossing, but for the sake of how long the stream is going to last, I'm not going to do that.
Someone was asking, do you think that they could do a demo for Pokemon Switch? I feel like they won't, because they'll get data mined.
They've done it before, but I doubt it.
Could be risky.
Especially with how they data mined like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and ruined like everything. And that's when I found out that there was no Battle Frontier, and that's when I was pretty sad. So
how would they really do a proper Pokemon demo unless they did it kind of like how Breath of the Wild? Well, how there was a timed demo for that one. You had about 10 minutes to run around and get used to the controls, and then there was a 20-minute demo of the first 20 minutes of the game during E3 when it was here in 2016. Do you think is the demos usually something like that for Pokemon, assuming that there even has been any?
No, it's just like a story that you have to go through, which lasts like a half hour or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's separate from the game too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think I remember X and Y's demos had nothing to do with the final game.
Yeah, I think though that they just won't
They did
release
that.
a demo because they'll probably get data mined.
Yeah, I'm sure yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I think the Mario Tennis game that's coming out on the Switch just had a demo that came out on the eShop like a few days ago, and it's already been data mined. All the characters, bosses, everything's already been leaked.
I remember when they did a demo for Smash and they actually made it like completely separate so no one could actually data mine it.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 3DS demo you're talking about?
Yeah.
And you only had
no
the
one
4
was able to data
characters.
Yep, I remember that. Yep. That was
because they knew what those sick people were gonna do.
Remember they had codes for those demos?
Yeah.
And
You know what's funny? You know what's hilarious about those codes is I wasn't at the time affiliated with the Club Nintendo. I think they were giving it to just random people. So I literally went on YouTube and I typed in like Smash Bros. Demo whatever, and I saw a video that was uploaded. I think when I watched it, it was like 10 seconds ago. So I went on that video and it had 3 codes in the bottom of it, and I used one of those codes and I got the download. I was like, hell yeah, dude! I was so hype. I was so freaking happy and excited.
Yeah, I remember at that time it was just like, if this tweet gets 5,000 retweets, I'll show you my code.
Yeah,
It
pretty
was
much.
terrible. Yeah.
You subscribe.
Oh yeah, that was an apocalypse. That was people really wanted those demos.
Mm-hmm.
Still have that demo actually on my 3DS. I never got rid of it.
I played it so much, like I was like so desperate. I played it.
I remember it was like you could only play it a certain number of times.
Yeah,
I think it was
So
like
you
that
got your 3DS in sleep mode.
Yeah,
for
that's
like
what
a
my friend
month.
told me. He's like, just put your 3DS in sleep mode. That's what I did like all
That's
night.
what I did.
Yeah, there was the demo on the eShop, and then there was the demo given out for the Club Nintendo people. The Club Nintendo demo was unlimited, but the eShop demo I think was either 10 or 15, something like that.
Yeah, I didn't have the Club Nintendo one.
Yeah, I just got really lucky with that one.
Someone said, "Do you think pets for Animal Crossing would be cool?" Like to some extent, that could be cool. Like I don't think we should have like normal kind of pets because that would be like you'd have a little dog that would be like a pet, and then you'd have your dog like friend, and that would be kind of weird.
Someone just said Animal Crossing relationships as well.
Nah.
Sorry.
Nah.
Relationships as friends, sure, and enemies, sure, but
Neighbors,
not
yeah.
farther than that. I'm sorry.
Uh,
People have said the same thing to me as well. They're like, "Do you think that there should be relationships?" No, not at all. That's weird.
Kind of
yeah.
defeats the purpose, really. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
As for the pets thing, I don't really see it becoming a thing. I don't know how they could really make that work.
Maybe if you just yeah, I don't really think there's much they could do other than like maybe you have a little goldfish or something in your
Well,
room
yeah,
and
I
you
mean,
can like
yeah.
and if you press A, you can like you feed it fish flakes.
That'd be cool. Like that'd be like extended options for like fish and maybe bugs. Not sure.
Yeah, that could be cool. Imagine if like you're a scorpion or something, or the tarantula got loose in your house and
Every time you go in your house, you just get stung and teleported back outside your.
that would be a cool item too in Smash Bros. Like have it just appear
That
out of
would be a
nowhere
cool
and
item.
just knock the character out and they'd just be unconscious for a bit. If they incorporate.
Yeah, I don't think there's any more questions that really people want.
All right.
I guess
we're gonna
I guess we'll wrap it up
wrap it
then.
out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we pretty much had an amazing discussion. We talked a lot about everything. I'm pretty sure we hit all the points that everyone had.
Yep.
We got a lot in for sure.
Yeah, and I mean we're like less than 20 days away from E3 now. I'm so excited for that. That's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to see what they show.
Same.
I'm excited.
All right, thanks.
I'm way past excited.
All right, so I guess we can wrap it up then. I guess we'll just let everyone say where people can find them. So yeah, you guys can just say it. I guess we can go in Discord order.
All right, so you can find me at let's see, what is my YouTube link? Changed it so long. You could pretty much just search me up on YouTube, just type in Ghostly Gaming, and I do mainly Animal Crossing content, Smash Bros, Nintendo thoughts, Nintendo Switch news, stuff like that. Gameplay video streams. I do a lot of stuff. I am consistently uploading videos, and right now I'm dealing with an infection, so right now I'm a little bit on halt, but I will be getting back up to it ASAP. You can also find me on Twitter at officialghostyg. That's GHOSTYG.
Nice. And you can find me at N-Game the Cube, like it's literally just GameCube, but with a the between Game and Cube, and then an N at the beginning for whatever you really want it to be. But I personally see it as like Nintendo, right? Nintendo GameCube. Anyway, so yeah, you can find me on Twitter, and then same as my ad on Twitter, youtube.com/NGameTheCube. And yeah. And I make videos like about Pokemon and Nintendo. So yeah.
I don't know if Ruffled Rowlet's still here.
Ruffled Rowlet. YouTube.com/Ruffled Rowlet. Pokemon stuff. That's all I do. Bye bye.
Bye, Ruffled. Slow Speedrun here. You can find me on YouTube and youtube.com/Slow Speedrun. Also on Twitter, I'm just Slow Speedrun, and on Twitch, Slow Speedrun. No one else uses that name.
Nice. Go.
And yeah, so you can find me on YouTube as the Pokeraf, not the Pokéraf. Unfortunately, YouTube didn't decide to give me the privilege of having an accent in the name. But you can find me on there, and it's the same for my Twitter as the Pokeraf. Link is in the description of the stream, so you can check it out from there.
Yeah, and you guys can just find me here on this channel and at Actual Arrow on Twitter. Mainly just talk about Pokemon, but also some other things about the Nintendo Switch and some other Nintendo games as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much. We had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun discussing all this stuff. And I think our next show could be sometime, like, I don't know, a week or so after E3, because there's definitely going to be a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yes, there will
for
be.
sure.
Yeah.
100%.
We're gonna be quite busy during that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to take a
Yeah.
week just to get through, like, all the hype.
Oh dang.
What was that?
That's someone screaming. They're so excited.
That was my daughter. I'm sorry.
He's like, "Where's my shout out?"
Did she see Pokemon
Probably
Switch
excited,
early?
Yeah,
She saw Pokemon Switch early.
I've been telling her all about all the stuff, so she's really excited.
Oh, bless. But yeah,
Yeah, all
it's
right
been
then.
great.
Yep. All right, we'll see you guys in the next episode then.
See you later, guys.
Bye guys.
Later.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Love you for watching.
The hell, Ruffle.